And we are live. Welcome to the Scene Cast for the NBA Draft. 94 Feet of Life is the Facebook group. Scene is the family. Subscribe to the YouTube. Your notifications should be on. We got a full house. It's one of our favorite nights of the year, the NBA Draft. We're going to be here pretty much for the entire first round, in and out, guests shooting in. So you're going to have to excuse the unprofessionalism because it's a long night. We got to eat. We got to drink. Might be some cuss words. It is what it is. But I got Trav in the building, the best setup man, MJ, Coach Les, our man Coach Les. I don't know if we can make a special announcement on him yet, but just know we got things moving. And last but not least, the big radio star in the making. I am so proud of this brother,
man.
That it's just proof, man, that the real will win out in the end. J-Ham, I'm gonna let you just start it off. Tell the people what you got going, actually starting tomorrow.
Well. I give you the whole story because it's pretty much short. I'm at work. I'm hitting my man up, Anthony Sane. Shout out to Anthony Sane, 98.5 AM 560 here in the Bluff City. He hosts a midday radio show. They do a lot of good sports talk around there. I was on the program in late February. You can find me on the archive. You can find me in the archives on their joint. I got the links for all that. Hit him up, see if he was available to join us in our draft party, in our draft war room, in the lab, as we refer to it. He was like, no, because he's got a draft deal going at a sports bar downtown Memphis. So he's got his own little draft party going on, but he hit back. He said, hey, he said, call me back ASAP. Called him back. He was like, what's up, man? Hey, what you be doing on Fridays around 11:30? On Fridays, I'm off. What's the biz? He said, well, I met the guy the last time when I took some cookies up there to the studio. I took cookies to the whole studio. See, I think that's where the favor started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got the whole studio hooked on Ham's Homemade. So they digging him on that, on that level. He was like, my guy, one of the guys he introduced me to has a show before him. It's my man Johnny Radio, John Hart. Cool dude. Got a chance to meet him and chop it up with him a bit. He wants to do some NBA talk on his show, which comes on right before Anthony Sane's program. So he wants to make it a weekly deal. Fridays is either going to be 11:30 or 12:30. I know for certain tomorrow, because he still ain't hit me back, or he probably got a whole lot of stuff going on too. But here's the funny part. They called me today while I was still at work and on the clock. So I'm wrapping up at work and they ready to put me on there. I'm like, yo, I can go. Just let me get to another spot where I can be without all the background noise and the whole deal. But it's a good look, man. I mean, that sports talk station in this city is one of the oldest ones in the city. Put a lot of great notable cats, to come through there and work through there, and just to get that opportunity to come on, represent the scene, represent the 9-4, the lab. I can go on. I can represent my guy Mo Schefter and use the word lobistically on the FM dial, which is coming. I might have a little heel activity if the game plan fits into play. It's gonna be a little heel activity with me, especially in my own city. Piggybacking up, coming off of what you and Trav that I had to miss yesterday, and I had to miss it. Because it was gonna be like kind of fine wrestling if I had been on the show.
We extended on that because we got like 3 hours of it. So we just can't talk about draft picks all night. We got 3 hours of fill, so we definitely get into that. But
boy.
But we gonna get to the real, because MJ is gonna be our version, the better version, the more melanated version of Fran Fraschilla this evening, because he's done the lab work, he's done the research. But Ham, I'm just so happy for you. It just shows you, man. You know,
I look at it as a team win, though, Big Shot. I'm like, one of us get there, it's the whole crew.
Which let me give you some breaking news as well. Friend of the program, Dewan Marrero, just signed and officially joined the Paradigm Marketing Group, in which he will be a content producer for ESPN. So we are no longer the ops with ESPN, unfortunately. It was fun for a long time. We can't be the ops with them no more. That still don't mean I will get added with some of their workers. However, we cannot be the ops with ESPN for now. So, so if you see one of us like, you know, post some stuff and, you know, just one of us happen to be on the show, just mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business.
But that doesn't mean you stop being organic. No, that still is gonna ride. So don't get comfortable. Get comfortable, but don't get too comfortable because we are still organic.
This is. Y'all see this 94 feet of life thing? This is Rockefeller. Just because we make a deal with Jeff Jam don't mean Def Jam gonna own us. So
it's like Dave told Kevin Liles, yo, y'all got a quarter.
You get a quarter.
Y'all not partners. Y'all got a quarter.
You get a quarter. That's what you get. So I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but I'm just saying that, you know, everything is working out to where it is starting to be destined. God is starting to breathe on it a little bit to where you might see us on mainstream very soon. You already got Jay Hamill mainstream. You might see us on television mainstream now. It's getting there. So
we got people coaching and training a big time AAU program, MJ. We got friends of the program. If you know about what G2 does, we got Dewan, Coach Les. Again, I don't know if I can pull the rabbit out.
We can't.
He got major stuff working. Listen, as I say in the group all the time, it's not just a bunch of dudes talking. It's not. There's people doing real stuff out here. So now that the brag portion is over, for now, it might come back later. MJ, go to you, and I want to go to Trav.
Okay.
So pretty much the consensus tonight, Holmgren, Smith, Banchero.
Yeah.
Some order of that three is going to be the first three picks. So MJ, what does the labs, not what's going to happen. We don't read predictions. The draft is just wild, unpredictable. We don't do being guessing. What does the lab say should be the first three of those? And in what order would you have your 1, 2, and 3 of those?
Well, my personal order would be Jabari Smith, Jaden Ivey, and Chet Holmgren. However, the order that is going to happen is Jabari Smith, Chet Holmgren, and Paolo Banchero. That's going to be the order. And it's okay because, you know, those guys, all three of those teams just need players. They need, like, killers. It ain't nothing. They just need what they need. So, and also, three out of those three teams already got their lead guard for the most part. So, you know, that kind of put Jaden Ivey odd man out. That's why it's so interesting to see what the hell Sacramento's going to do. Because I have no idea. They're clearly not going to pick Jaden Ivey. I'm reading things about it to where they ain't even interviewed the kid. So either they're hell-bent on trading him or they're hell-bent on just getting Keegan Murray and letting the chips fall as they may. So, you know, with that, I got lab notes today, so I'm going to swing it over to Trav and make sure that this ball moves perfectly because that's what championship basketball does.
Man, draft night, man. Last year, we had fun. We're looking forward for the same thing this year, man. Glad that the Andrews are covering the NBA draft. Glad of that. Got a little mixture going on there. Worldwide, I got a little mixture going on.
Hey, and Malika's the first woman ever to host the NBA draft. And on the anniversary of Title IX, 50th anniversary of Title IX, we got to shout that out too.
Juneteenth and everything, man. I mean,
They didn't invite Jordan Poole, did they?
He might just show.
He a
might-
champ.
he
It's
might
the
pull
first
up.
show. We got
He
it's
a-
our first show.
He a
Like,
champ. He
Poole
can
gonna,
show
he
up
gonna pull
anywhere.
up like he gonna pull up like Scott Hall. He gonna jump the rail.
if you see one
take him a seat
blue and
on
white
the
yellow
podium.
balls flying through the crowd, he there.
It's a pool party.
It's a pool party.
It's- Coach Les,
What's going on?
we talk about the three: Holmgren, Smith, Banchero. Is it Banchero or Banchero? I can pronounce this man name.
I want to say Banchero.
Okay.
Carroll.
Say that.
So,
But, yeah.
so Coach Les, from your view, as another guy, friend, more than a friend of the program, who does this for a living, not just a bunch of dudes talking. After those three, who would you say are like the next maybe three? Not what's gonna happen in the draft, but in your eyes, the next three that you think are the next three best players.
In the order, or just
Period. You don't have to be in order. And you
Period.
just pick.
Jaden Ivey, of course. Dyson Daniels. I know that I explained that one. And I'm going to go with is Muskegon Jethro. I believe that's how you say his name. From
Okay.
Arizona. I don't want to butcher the man's name. But those are my three. And Dyson Daniels, he projects very well as a guard in the NBA. He projects very well because he's like, I think they say he hit a growth spurt, so he's about 6'7" now. He spent time in the G League with the Ignite team, playing under, Jason Hart, teaching those guys how to become pros, how to become NBA players. So for me, Dyson Daniels is probably the one that I'm most intrigued by. I think he's in that next six.
Uh-oh.
Ham got something.
On the rumor side. My
What you
man
got?
Woj is saying that Banchero may jump to number one.
Well,
He's
that's
very as the leading candidate.
been the talk because that's been the odds on Vegas. That Vegas got him as the number one. I kind of want to talk about that.
Go ahead.
I kind of want to talk about that because off the whole thing, after everything, like Chet Holmgren would be a nice aesthetic for Orlando, and it's a great story that him and Jalen Suggs back together again, right? Jabari Smith is, to me, out of the three, is the best long-term player. So that's why I feel he should go number one. But right now, NBA ready, body type, prototype player. We use the term. You're going to hear a lot of switchable tonight. He's a switchable guy. Paulo is number one. So for three different reasons, all three of those guys. But if one of those guys goes number one, nobody should be shocked. Nobody should be alarmed because all three of those guys are the prototype for what a four-man looks like in the NBA now.
They all do their own special thing as to how they get it done as well. That's what I kind of like about it. I've been telling people for the longest about 2023 is going to be a big man game again. It's starting to show a little bit with this draft alone because everybody that's got picked, these last three guys that gotten picked, 6'10" or over, can play inside, outside, have some type of physical imposingness on the paint, whether it's defense or offense. So all of them bring something to the table. And with, Paolo, he actually fits better with Orlando than Jabari Smith because when you get Jabari Smith, you're going to have to ask that tough question, what do we do with Franz Wagner? You're going to have to ask it because Franz Wagner and Jabari Smith are very similar. So, and Franz Wagner, even though it didn't lead to wins, he put up some numbers to which you got to have that look and be like, you know what? This dude could play. And he was one of those guys I was wrong about. And I have no problem with admitting it online because it's not about right or wrong. It's about the lack.
I was too.
Yeah,
All the lottery last year, I was the least encouraged by Wagner. And he proved, obviously it's a bad Orlando team. Somebody got to get numbers. But he was a lot better than I thought he was going to be going into this year. So that'll be interesting. Trav and Ham, I want to bring y'all back in. Trav, y'all sitting in a position with 4 picks tonight. San Antonio with 4. Ham, we talked about it. Me and Trav talked about it. I definitely want to get your take on this because we talked about Memphis now. Expectations are now in Memphis. The grit and grind, the underdog thing is dead. So Trav, I want to start with you. With the 4 picks, do you want the Spurs to actually use off the draft 4 picks, or do you want to see that packaged or a couple of those packaged into something? And then I want to go to Ham to talk about the expectation of the Grizzlies and how this leads to a draft, because there's been talk about the Grizzlies moving up. There's been talking about getting my man ODB, Dylan Brooks, up out of here for about the last couple of days. So let's go Trav and let's go to Ham.
My thoughts about it is we need a big. We have to get a big man, a switchable big. Let's use that term, a switchable big, and we need another 2 switchable guys. One that's like post 4, some 5 in this league today, and we just need one of those switchable guys. And we got to use the other 2 because we got to get a big time starter. We got to get a starter. I see that the Spurs. I mean, Pop, we only got so much longer with you now. To be honest, I love you, but it's only a matter of time at this point. Your method has proven to be one of the best in the NBA. People have copied you and still winning championships off what you have showed. But we need another star, and we got to keep DeJounte Murray, man. You got to give us something. You got to do something like Drew Holiday type when Milwaukee got him. You got to do something like that. It got to be something like that. So that's my thoughts on our 4 draft picks that we need to do with him. But that's my suggestion. I don't know if y'all got anything better, but
before I get to Ham, let me just give you some facts. This is not me, giving any opinions on anything right now. There's just some facts. San Antonio and Houston are the only 2 teams in the draft that have 3 first-round picks right now. Charlotte and OKC are the 2 teams that have 2 lottery picks. Well, Charlotte is a 15 pick, so it's not necessarily the lottery, but because it's 13 to 15, I'll go ahead and round up. All right, you can go ahead, Ham.
Well. The kid gloves are now off. We're still ahead of schedule, but you know what? That schedule don't even matter no more. Because when you have the jumps statistically that this team had from an individual standpoint and the jumps that they made as a team, just in general. You're a contender, now you got to live by your rep. Which I don't have no problem with them, with that part. They're going to get in the lab. They're going to get in the lab. They're going to get to work. They enjoy going to work. That part I'm not worried about. I'm not even worried about how much shit they talk. That's just that's who they are. That's their swag. And it kind of takes the same swag on with the rest of the shit. Trav Brown broke that down a little bit yesterday. With this team that we are currently embroiled in a fandom Twitter beef with, though, the champs, those dudes from the Bay, I put it like this. We were 5-5 against them regular season and playoff, right? 3 of the 5 wins that we got, they came between November and April. 4 of the 5 wins they all came in May. Big difference. Left Bulls. We've been trying to. So this rent-free chatter that we man, shut that dumb ass shit up, man. Nobody want to hear that, man.
Hey.
Look here, man.
Hey, ain't rent free or free rent. That's a loan modification, my nigga.
Thank you. Man, I've been holding this one in really since the series. I was like, look, Memphis, okay, it is what it is. Y'all been crying since game 1. Since Draymond came with the flagrant in game 1 on B. Clark, y'all been crying. It's been something every game. From that to the hard foul with Dylan to the knee tug from Jordan Poole to Job, which y'all swear called the bone bruise. Man, cut that out, man. Don't be that fan base. We cannot, y'all, our Twitter handle, our people that run the social media department for the Grizzlies organization, they are products of Memphis City schools. I am convinced. I don't know these people. They are petty like that, though. It's that petty. They talking mad noise. They having fun. Okay. It's great. It's all fun and entertaining. We love the excitement. But when we get hit back, we can't be the chicken shits.
So, Ham, best of luck to you for being on the Memphis radio every Friday trying to tell these dudes the truth. Jesus Christ. Let me take a drink for that. I'm
gonna have to strap up.
Bro.
Yeah. That's gonna be tough.
They are not gonna want to hear that.
But here's the thing though. You got a contingency of the city that also is echoing what I'm saying. They get exactly what it's all about. And I'm gonna just call it for what it is. Majority of the people that's been arguing with me about this have been women. Take that for what it is worth. What you want to make worth of it. I know how this go. I've been a competitor all my life. I'm talking about 8 years old, 9 years old, competing at a high level AAU. That is, at 8, 9, it's that competitive, it's that grimy, you know. So I get it, but it's part of the territory. I even saw one woman on Twitter saying something about how Clay and Draymond were 32 and Ja is 22, and they arguing with a 22-year-old. No, this grown man business here. Age ain't got nothing. Keep that. See, you see what I'm saying?
I like that.
Hey, in the words of the Stewart kids, emotional damage.
See, I ain't even start yet.
That's all it is, man.
I'm chilling. I'm drinking out my King Cup. This is King Cup MJ. I ain't even open. I'm chilling.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
Ham, let me ask you this. We talk about the trolling and the rent free and all that. Trav and I said this last night on the show. Is conference finals next year for them at worst? At worst.
Nothing. Anything less.
Barring injury.
You know the slogan of the right guard. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Yeah, barring injury.
But we're not. Of course, you know, health permitting. But I also think about that. It's like, fuck that. Conference finals. Just straight up.
Yeah.
Cut the cord. It's like we ain't got nothing left to cut. We ain't got nothing left with the cord. This is the window. We got about 2 to 3 to get to June.
I was saying this, and y'all can feel free to jump in. You know, Ham is our Grizzlies guy, but y'all jump in. I said this. I said no team in the NBA right now, other than maybe the champs, because they are the champs, are in a better spot right now than the Grizzlies.
Right.
They got star. They got the star, young players, cap space, and picks. They got all. They have the. I know it's not the trifecta. They have the quad of what you want right now.
As
And
we get about 5 minutes within, they're still leaning that Paolo might go 1.
that's
He's
good.
kind
That's
of
good.
pushing himself as the favorite going on. This is, of course, with this is. I guess it's not really a Woj bomb. I'm waiting on the real Woj bomb because honestly, I think we're gonna have a lot of trades.
Oh, it's gonna be
Just
this
folks
gonna be
just maneuvering,
there's gonna be a lot going on.
and not just for like cash consideration either. They finna move some bodies.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing about it is, it's like right now, this is a copycat league. And the one thing about this copycat league, Golden State is making you motherfuckers rap. You got no excuse. You don't got no excuse.
Haven't we
Look,
sung this song before?
Give me 1 minute on this because I gotta call y'all out. You have no excuse no more. Guess what? That top heavy, let me get a bunch of Asian superstars and then fill it out with vet minimum role players. That shit is dead. That's not going to get you any victories anymore. The league is too real for that. We got guys and got teams that's playing 9 deep. We talked about Memphis. Memphis is going to make it to the conference finals. You want to know why? Because Phoenix is about to trade the one person that was going to keep them in the conference finals. And Dallas is about to get rid of, or is probably not going to be able to afford, the one guard that got them to the conference finals. So who else is left? It's Golden State Memphis race at this point. That's just what it is. There's not a move that you can tell me right now that is going to change my mind. Y'all can talk that Kyrie going to LA shit all you want to. That's not going to get it done for me because this is not the same LeBron that's playing both ends of the floor at a high level.
Yep.
Today's LeBron is not today's LeBron.
It's not. It's not.
We are not looking at 2013 LeBron.
38 years old in December.
He's
38.
going to play one side of the floor. Y'all pick. And the way it's looking like, and the way it's set up and how close he is to Kareem, if I'm a gambling man, I can guarantee you he ain't playing the defensive side.
So let's get into
Hold up. I'm sorry, Ryan. Just one quick question. What 38-year-old played defense in the NBA? Could y'all name me one?
Cardwell Jones.
Did he make it to 38?
He was 47 years old when he retired.
Hey, he was on that Joe Louis plan. He was 107 years old when he played. 107.
let's get to it. And I want Worldwide and Trav to chime in to start the conversation because I know they are advocates for Kevin Wayne Durant. So this leads us to Brooklyn. My grandfather, God rest his soul, had a saying. He said, when my uncles would be messing up, the grandkids are messing up, whatever. His saying was, you bet on the wrong horse. Is Kevin Durant, Trav, last whoever want to go first, has the reality hit him that when it came to this choice to leave Golden State and join Kyrie and James Harden, who came, and how that's all gone, is there a little bit of him that has buyer's remorse and he kind of realized that he might have been on the wrong horse?
This is what I think, and this is my whole Brooklyn Nets stance at listening for the last couple days. Kevin Durant went to Brooklyn because he got tired of hearing about it's Steph's team and yada, 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 and all that. Excuse me. He got tired of hearing about that. So he goes somewhere. And the thing about it is, public opinion is really getting to KD. Public opinion, you should have went to Golden State. Public opinion, you should have never left Golden State. You still be winning. Like, all this stuff is going back and forth, and you got the people talking because it's one of those things is damned if you do, damned if you don't. But this is what I'm saying right now to the Brooklyn Nets. And I'm going to flat out say this. You need to get rid of both of them. You need to get rid of both of them if you plan on keeping Steve Nash. If you don't plan on keeping Steve Nash, then you need to go find somebody else to lead that team. Steve Nash is not a bad basketball coach at all. He's probably one of the more cerebral guys that we've had in the game over the last 20 years. But I will say this, managing those two guys that are very temperamental and moody, that's a job in itself that I don't think a first-time head coach should be dealing with. And the fact of the matter is, you got rid of a good coach in Kenny Atkinson. Then you got rid of a guy that could have probably managed him in Jacques Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
So now you go after the name and everything has to be big and everything 7-Eleven, and then we got James and all this stuff. Like, no, you either get rid of both of them and you keep Nash and you allow him to grow. You allow him to actually grow, because I do think he's good. I'm not going to discredit the man. Like, yeah, it's his first time he's taking his lumps, right? He's taking his lumps. He's never coached before. Great player, but he's never coached before. It's a different ball game. He's never had to lead men that he wasn't out there playing with. It's easy to lead a guy when you giving them the ball and it's easy for them to listen, because they're going to, yes, yeah, Amari, yeah, I got it. My bad, Steve. Matrix, my bad, Steve. KD, Kyrie ain't saying no, my bad. Now, I will say this, though. Steve Nash could coach KD, because KD loves hoop. He loves basketball. He's really not of this world of wanting to sit out and, all this. Just pay me my money and let me hoop. That's it. Pay me my money and let me hoop. Because he said after he won the championship, he didn't feel no different. I think he's one of those dudes that had he won and not won the championship, he wouldn't have felt any different. He went to Golden State to see how it would feel, and he's the same. He the same person. He just Kyrie Irving it has a lot of different things. Not saying those things are wrong that he's doing, the extra stuff off the court. Not saying that at all. But Kyrie has more than basketball that he deals with. And it's nothing wrong with that. You should be well balanced. But to my point, blow it up. Blow it up. But just blow it up. The Boston Celtics are reaping the benefits of blowing it up because of the Nets. Now it's the Nets' turn to blow it up and reap the benefits 4 or 5 years down the road. It's a lot of talent coming up. It's a lot of talent coming up in the next 5 years. A lot. The NBA will be fine. There are a lot of great college basketball players. Scoot Henderson who will probably be discussing as the #1 pick next year. He's coming up. It's fine. Blow it up. Send KD to somebody with a future that he can go contend with a future. Oh, it's one team that we just talked about that I think KD will fit perfectly with. It has 2 first-round picks in this draft. That I think is perfect. It's perfect.
Trav.
It will be a Celtic pride incident if that happens when they come to the Bluff. I promise you.
I said
you are hiding that cat.
So
Trav, repeat what you said last night.
If that domino falls, you got to make that call.
Got to make that call, baby.
If that domino falls, you got to make that call.
Dominoes, don't y'all be using that as a slogan.
I'm just going to flat out say it.
And
I'm just going to flat out say it. Hold on, Trav. Let me flat out.
Go ahead. Talk your talk. I got you.
San Antonio Spurs, you need to be calling Sean Marks. He owe y'all a favor.
Oh yes, Sean Marks does owe us a favor too.
He owe y'all a favor.
He does.
Make the call. Trade for Kevin Durant. San Antonio Spurs. I don't know if you listen. You probably not. It's okay. It's okay. Make the call.
I didn't think of that one. I didn't think of that one.
He is perfect. He is perfect for Coach Popovich.
Because he's moving, and you can't stop a 7 foot on the move that got a cannon like he got, and it's mid range.
So, out there, if you were betting on Vegas on who was going to get something to eat first, and you pick MJ, you won. Because this time that I made for myself is fire. Secondly, what else is fire is let's preach this gospel. He is preaching this gospel right now to the point where I went and made a sandwich. I'm cool. Like, it's so dope when you have a team to where you don't got to make every play. It's so dope. I don't understand why most superstars don't put themselves in that position.
Hey, man.
So,
that's why I'm like, what is this super team they speak of? What is that?
Yeah.
You know?
It's goofy. It's a very goofy concept. Because if you put yourself and align yourself around dudes who like playing basketball, that you can build real life relationships with, eventually the chemistry will come in. Eventually you'll win championships. It's really not as hard as y'all making this. It's not. But we want to make things more complicated because most of you motherfuckers don't know how to hoop. Last time I told you couldn't shoot. Now I'm telling you just can't hoop at all. Like, let's just put it out there. Y'all can't hoop. Y'all can't. I see y'all at these leagues every season with the wristband, with the roller for your leg, and put up a healthy 6 points a game.
Basketball accessory key.
You put up a healthy 6 points a game with your girl watching. I see it. And you want to talk to me about basketball? Like, we got to stop at some point.
Real quick.
Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead, Big Shot. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
No. I'm gonna let you get back on track. But we were talking about this.
What I need to say.
Do you believe in charms or Woj? Who do you believe in?
I believe in Woj.
Which one? Who?
Charm.
I believe in Woj.
Who you believe in?
Oh, Woj. I'll go with Woj.
But I did see a Shams bomb.
Cause
that's screaming loud about Kyrie Irving.
Sham say Kyrie is gonna opt in and request a trade.
Yes.
Well, you got to think. What we're asking is an unfair question. That's like saying, do you believe in Ham or Trav? It's the same team.
So the pick is in.
It's the same team.
The pick is in.
Yes,
pick is in. Okay, so now we got to start covering draft picks. We having so much fun. We might miss a few.
So Keelan just said he leaving. So I made Keelan leave before we even got the pick. I'm sorry, Keelan.
Hey, Keelan, let him know. Hey, Keelan, let him know you average 7 a game, man. You ain't no
a healthy 6. And you went 1 for 3 free throw line. And you went 1 for 3 from the free throw line, and they fouled you towards the end. And you was the one who wasn't passing because you were trying to get your stats up.
They had the sleeve with the forearm wristband, with the wristband on their calf. Come on, man.
I ain't trying to shoot at you, Lawrence, man.
Accessory kit, man.
You good, Lawrence. You study this game. You good.
These folks out here looking like Crowder out here, man.
Right. Right.
So let me ask you.
Hey, remember what I said, Trav?
Let me ask you. Let's go. Let's say this Kyrie thing is true. He gonna opt. If you are a quote unquote contender, is it worth the trouble?
I see that ain't.
Paolo Banchero.
Paolo Banchero, first pick to Orlando.
Beautiful. We started off with wrinkles. I love it. We starting off not knowing what the hell going on. Beautiful. So let's talk basketball.
Before we get on the basketball, though, we got to shout him out for this 1966 Joker said that he got
Nah,
for
that
the
joke
Batman.
I will not
look
talk
like
about
the
this shit on
Riddler.
live. I already
He
told
got that
Pop
junk
about
that, he got
Jackson.
that junk the Joker had on when all the villains was in the Batman movie in the 60s when they were dehydrating folks.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
dehydrated the whole United Nations. He got that same junk on.
I'll let you roast him.
Ah!
I'm gonna leave him and his Shalimar suit alone. Let him have it. I'm not roasting. No.
Hey, that man, somebody flipped the switch on this man's suit, man. That man got some ointments on this
Hey,
man's coat.
hey, that nigga suit looked like Rudy Huxtable's sweater with the light only one. See, this is what man. I told y'all we're gonna roast the student suit. Leave me alone, man. Y'all out here wrong. Right out here eating this pizza. All right, so let's talk basketball.
It's gonna be told the
Say
people.
homage to Prince.
Dang, it was plus 800. I hope somebody won that bread. They said Paolo Eyes, their first pick was plus 800 a few weeks ago. I hope somebody won that bread. Y'all put that bread up good.
Hey, before we get to talking about this basketball, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put this link. I'm gonna put this link in YouTube. I'm gonna put it in other groups. We're gonna give y'all 2 minutes of fame to talk y'all talk. I'm gonna go one at a time. I may go two at a time, it depends on how I feel. But we're gonna give each person 2 minutes. We're gonna chop it up, we're gonna have fun.
Y'all better not piss Trav off.
And that's what we're gonna do tonight. So
He better not make me the co-host.
Right. Don't go over. Hey, he said 2 minutes. Don't go over your time. Don't be trying to do no Easter speech. Get in, get out.
Wearing that Easter suit either.
Don't wear.
Not the Easter suit.
All right,
So we got Oklahoma City on the clock now at number 2.
Hey, they on the clock. Let's talk about the Paolo pick because we can't just scoot over this. So with Orlando, it makes sense because of the emergence of Franz Wagner. It also makes sense because we do not know the health of what's my man's name that's been hurt all the time, but he's just been Jonathan Isaac. We don't know the health of him. You already kind of got your backcourt solidified with Cole Anthony being the scoring guard and Jalen Suggs being that next dude. I know he was injured this year, so y'all didn't get a chance to see what he could do. This makes sense for Orlando more than Jabari Smith. I personally think Jabari Smith was one of those guys, though, that you just can't pass up. Maybe I could be wrong, but Orlando clearly went for fit over prospect. That's the reason why they picked Paolo. So Oklahoma City got a decision to make because I'm pretty sure they didn't expect Jabari to be here.
You know, I don't like Jabari to. I hope Jabari gets picked by Oklahoma City.
Yes.
Because I think for the fit, he works better for them. I'm gonna be real. I don't like Houston is a daycare center right now. That's kinder care settings.
I'll say La Petite.
Shout out La Petite. I'm the youth movement, but that's just way too many children on a team.
I think Orlando picking Paolo is the fact that they needed somebody to come in right away. Play. Because like I said previously, I think he's the one that's physically ready for the 82 game season. I will say this. I will say this about the next 3 picks. I'd rather see Houston draft Jaden Ivey and Chet go to the Sacramento Kings.
You just gonna send Chet to purgatory like that, man?
Well, hold up. Chet and Sabonis is kind of intriguing.
Chet and Sabonis is intriguing.
Sacramento.
Him.
I mean, I'm not trying to kill the joy on it, but It's still Sacramento, man. If y'all go pull that YouTube video of The Rock in the ring singing about Sacramento, that breaks the whole thing down for you right there.
Trust me, I get what you're saying, and I don't wish bad on anybody. Y'all know how I feel about Sacramento. But I just think I think it's just better for Chet to be and Jaden going to Houston, and he could have a backcourt with Jalen Green, and they could really.
So
KC Jabari in Houston, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan.
Go ahead and tell him, Ronnie.
Yeah.
What's that?
I'll tell him. I'll tell him. So with the second round pick, it looks like OKC did pick Chet, which means this draft has gotten really interesting because now I need to see Washington. Here are the list of teams that I got in Hoop Hell right now. Indiana, Washington, Portland, New York. The reason why I got them in Hoop Hell is because they're in no man's land. Everybody knows their roster is not good enough to do anything. Everyone knows that. But they don't have a player that they could at least build a foundation towards even. So you need to do something, if possible, in a draft that's very top-heavy to make a move. You have to. And it's not like, you don't have pieces to be able to make moves to make something happen. So if you don't make this move right now with Houston or with Sacramento to end up getting Ivy or end up getting Jabari Smith, I don't know what else to tell you. You have to make a move. You have to.
I think if somebody's gonna make a move up, Indiana making a move up for Ivy, I think would make sense.
And he played at Purdue.
Because you're right, MJ. And I don't want to. I'm gonna steal my man Ham's phrase: cheese toast. Indiana, Washington, Sacramento. Yeah, just it's boring. It's just like anytime I see them on NBA TV, I just like, no, next channel.
How many times Indiana's been on TNT or ESPN last year? Exactly.
Listen, Indiana, Sacramento, I think every team in the league is guaranteed one national TV game. They give them the one national TV game, and they give it to them before Thanksgiving. So here's get you out of there quickly. We ain't got to watch you again for 6 months.
Now, if you make a play-in or if you make the playoffs, then so be it. But
yeah, that's the only.
Man, we talk about Paolo being NBA ready. It's a lot of water in Orlando. He better use it and use it wisely.
Yeah.
Because that stuff that he was doing at Duke, man, we know what you were doing, man. We know what you were doing with the NIL checks, man. We know what you were doing. Come on, man.
That transition to this NBA life is.
And you playing 82 games. This ain't no 32 game season plus tournament. No, this ain't it.
Paolo spent the first 3 weeks of the season with cramps. That boy was getting cramped up.
That man was at them frat parties, man. That man was at them frat parties.
Paolo, you can't have no Paul Masson while you in Orlando.
The Pedialyte.
You got to get some coconut water in the system, man. You got to do something.
The humidity down there is gonna kill all that alcohol at you, man. You don't need none of it. You're gonna lose about 10 pounds. You losing 7 in Durham. Imagine what you're gonna lose in Florida.
Hey, but let's have a come to Jesus moment really quickly. These two teams that are number 1 and 2, and then you add Sacramento. These motherfuckers been in the lottery for a while.
Yes.
At some point, you got to stop playing the lottery, and you got to make something happen. Like with OKC, I get it because, you lost literally 3 Hall of Famers. I can understand it. You are exempt for about 2 more years. But you got 37 picks for the next 4 years. If I start seeing some flips or some makes, I'm really gonna be looking at y'all side eye because at this point, y'all might as well have a JV and a freshman team.
Oklahoma
What else
City.
you doing with the picks? Yeah, Oklahoma City might as well have a JV and a freshman team.
They on Bernie Madoff settings, Ponzi scheme.
I really think
Wow.
Oklahoma City should be a D2. Should just get a D2 college squad and put them on the team.
And
NII win the national title. They do. So Houston ended up with Jabari. What this does from a basketball, we didn't even talk about OKC and Chet's standpoint. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Chet, obviously, we already know from a physicality standpoint, he may not be ready to play 30 to 35 plus minutes. That is okay. I think the guy got, a competitive edge to him that's going to put him in a good situation. You got to think he has won at the high school level and has beat some prominent teams when he was playing high school. He is not scared of the moment. At Gonzaga, he played very well for his freshman year. Nobody really complained about him being light in the ass at college. And, dudes eat the weights at college. So I don't think that's going to be as big as a problem as people think. However, I do think just over 82 games, it's just going to take him some time. But he can do two things right now that makes him special out of everybody else in the draft. He has shot block timing, and he can pull you out to the perimeter comfortably. And not just shoot it, but also drive on your bigs.
Yeah.
So he can be what we wanted Serge Ibaka to be when he was 22 years old.
In Houston right now, with the Jabari Smith pick, they definitely will be a top 3 seed in the Southeast region next year.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Shit, Jabari was a 1 in the South in Auburn, right?
Yep.
Yeah. In Houston, and speaking of Houston, let me say this too. We talk about Kyrie and his unavailability. If I'm at Silver, shout out to Ham with the inside info. You're not lying. Quality. If I'm Adam Silver, fellas, I'm telling Houston, either y'all gonna trade John Wall or you're gonna play him. And that's it. At $47 million, he plays. Because he was healthy enough to play last year, and y'all decided to not play.
Let's talk about some of these comments though, because the comment section is lit right now.
Comments is lit. Let's do it.
So Lawrence Cleveland says Chet has upside. Banchero can play now. Banchero can play now. Cuero Mio, I don't know who you are. I'm sorry, but put your name in the chat so we can address you regularly. They say too many teams trust in the process now. LOL. Got a bunch of AAU teams in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And Lawrence Cleveland also said Jabari is the first black dude that didn't want to be in Houston. Imagine that. He must be married. I don't know. We'll see.
Nah, he just don't want to be here. He busted. He put an interview with him.
Maybe you haven't heard about the turkey leg spot.
Hey man,
Maybe
they live in
go to the
tax.
turkey leg spot.
No taxes, man. Stay free.
I agree.
Oh, this is a shock.
It's not. I actually thought if Sacramento kept the pick, they weren't going to pick Jay Ivey. They have no reason to.
So, grown up pick by
Shout
Sacramento.
out to Quentin. I'm sorry, Quentin. Shout out to Quentin.
You know what? Hold on. Sorry, I was the if you had me third to eat, then you won some money. But
It's gonna be a long night, baby.
Long night.
I actually like this for the Sacramento Kings.
I do too. Actually.
Because they just didn't go get another guard. And I like this for Jaden Ivey because he didn't need to be in a situation where they still don't know what they're doing with Buddy Hield.
Man, Buddy, dude.
Didn't trade Buddy Hield? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Buddy got
Buddy
traded.
gone. Buddy gone because
Buddy got traded with Tyrese. But they got off night. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my mistake.
It's
But they
off
got off night and De'Aaron.
Fox, De'Aaron.
In the air, right?
I'm so happy for Jaden Ivey. This is a blessing in disguise. I know the cap is a little different from 4 to 5. Hey man, you get that on the back end. You're gonna be a 12 to 15 year guy in the league, man.
Yeah,
Mm.
I will tell Jaden Ivey this: if he goes to Detroit, that's ugly. Him with Cade Cunningham is something.
And you know what? I think the Killian Hayes experiment might be coming to an end in Detroit. And I liked Killian coming out. I feel so bad. I put it on wax. It's a receipt out there of me pumping Killian Hayes. It's a receipt out there. I did that.
We can't shoot 100% now.
Let's did that. Hopefully y'all don't have to go through that.
Hey, he can maybe come off the bench. Who knows? Like I said,
I was a big fan of Killian, man, and Killian killed me, man.
But I think Detroit, if Detroit's picking 5th, correct?
They are picking 5th.
They should pick Ivy. I think Detroit, what's it called? BPA.
Yeah, you have to get Ivy, because even if you have Caden as a point guard, that's fine, because Ivy doesn't necessarily need to play point guard to do what he does best. Ivy is an attack guard that is going to get you to that rack, going to make some great plays, going to make for you, and can even make the open shot. They could play with each other.
It's a big backcourt.
Yeah.
A big backcourt.
Athletic too, big and athletic.
And then you have Ivy, Cunningham, and Sadiq Bey on the perimeter.
That's nice.
You start or something.
And did they get Portland's pick? What did they get for Grant?
They got a future first round. They got a future.
Okay, we just got challenged. He challenged the group to name 6 players on the Kings. So we got De'Aaron Fox, and I'm about to cheat because I'm going to go ahead and use Keegan Murray right now.
Sabonis.
That's bonus. We got Off Night. That's 4.
That's 4.
Harrison Barnes, which is the reason why I didn't agree with the Keegan Murray pick, because you just picked Harrison Barnes part 2. So I'm at 5. And I'm going my teammates to pick one.
Harrison Barnes can't play all 48 minutes.
I agree. But the 6th one is nope, that ain't him. Damn. I only got 5 for you, bro.
Is Rashawn, was it Rashawn Holmes?
There's 6. There you go. See, we here. We good.
This is the thing about it.
Let's go.
Let's think about it. I think Sacramento is like not a bad team, so to speak. They're just a bad organization.
Great.
It's just a bad organization.
It's beyond basketball with them.
Yeah.
Because you had a really good coach,
Mike Malone. Yeah.
You had and I don't care if people may think I'm crazy. Y'all can say what y'all want to. Judge your mama when I say this. We get all hype about what Embiid is doing and Jokic is doing. DeMarcus Cousins had all of that.
All of it.
All of that. All of it. And you don't, and you can say, oh man, you talking crazy. Y'all on YouTube right now. Y'all have Google. Look him up.
Real.
Look him up.
27 and 12.
DeMarcus Cousins has all of that.
It's Googleable.
It's Googleable. He was doing all of that we seeing that Jokic. And why do you think it's working so well out? Why he found a home in Denver? Come on, man. You let an elite, like talented, like DeMarcus Cousins' talent level in Sacramento and what he was doing there was crazy.
Facts.
Absolute crazy. What Mike Malone was able to do with that with those guys was crazy.
That's real.
So
they let that one go. Sacramento could have been Memphis before Memphis.
So the number 5 pick is in.
Go ahead and say.
Jaden Ivey to Detroit at number 5.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm good with that pick.
That's cool. That's cool.
No, Detroit did what they were supposed to do. First and foremost, let's just talk about Detroit in a sense in which we have to acknowledge the fact that the hardest part doing the NBA they have already done, which is get a guy that could play 12 to 15 years that could possibly lead your team to a championship. They have that in Cade Cunningham. They already did the
MJ done froze up on us, man. He about to drop
Now,
some.
what him do? Hey, am I here back? Am I back?
Yes, sir. You good now?
Okay. So the hardest part for Detroit, they already succeeded in getting Cade Cunningham. That was the hardest part. They got a 6'8" to 6'9" wing that could do everything that you would want a 6'1" guy to do, and could compete at a level in which he could possibly be a top 15 guy in 5 or 6 years. So now all you got to do is just build pieces around him and say, okay, I know you can do all of these things. Let him do this so you can focus on this. And now, lo and behold, in 2 or 3 years, you're going to be a playoff team because of that. And picking up Jaden Ivey, you really don't want Cade Cunningham to have to drive and kick every possession because that's going to wear on his knees.
Mm-hmm.
But get Jaden Ivey with him to be able to take some of that slack off. And Jaden Ivey is not a wild player. He's an on-balance player. He's just athletically explosive. So the last thing y'all want to see is Jaden Ivey have the ability to hit a corner 3. If that happens, y'all are fucked. We will see though. If Jaden Ivey can hit a corner 3, y'all fucked.
Ham, anything going on anything interesting going on Twitter right now?
That's what I'm trying to check on the rumor mill is kind of still silent. I'm still kind of just having fun reading over this Kyrie KD deal, you know what I'm saying, that they got going on. But it's like, man, y'all ain't talking about nothing. Give me some action somewhere, you know, but nothing on the trade front at this point. Just waiting on this 6th pick to come on through.
Who's picking 6? We might need who's the
Indiana is picking 6. Cheese Toast is picking 6.
Hey, going back to that Kyrie deal, man.
Cheese toasted tomato soup. That's what I'm calling Indiana.
Why is it that I'm here like dude was conducting practices after practices, like player only practices?
Anything
I
with
talk about that. I got flashbacks.
Why conducting practices? Player only practices.
No, I've had overbearing parents who wanted to take certain kids and have practices after our practices at AAU, like we had already worked the fuck out of them. And considering they're only like 14-year-olds and their body hasn't developed, yeah, it's just not the smartest thing. So when they get injured in the second game of the tournament, they're looking at us like we're crazy. And I'm just like, well, maybe
that's on you.
Practice after the practice, then we would have this. Neither here nor there. Let's just
You know what would be the really? You talk about Kyrie. I saw the list of teams that he would take a deal with. I think the most interesting one, the one I would like to see, is Miami. Because if he go to, I'm gonna tell you what you're not gonna do. And one thing you ain't gonna do in Miami is be on that bug, as Trav like to say.
You're not gonna go to Miami. You're not going to Miami. He just said that.
He might put them off the list.
He too.
First off, him and Jimmy will fight.
No, Miami is too structured for him.
Jimmy will fight him.
But you know they was talking about joining up though.
Yeah, I mean everything, dude. Everything sounds good until it happens. It sounds good to go vegan. You go vegan. That sounds great on paper until you want a fish sandwich. Then you can't have a fish sandwich.
All right.
6 pick.
A fish sandwich like Leon Phelps.
Bro, sometimes you need a fish sandwich. I just made a salmon slider with white Swiss, tartar sauce, some guac sauce, and a pickle. Like, the shit was fire. And the pickle was cut for pause for anybody who's thinking dirty. Pickle was crinkle cut. So pause on all of you.
Hey, it's a decent pause.
So Benedict Turin goes to the Pacers. I remember seeing him in Arizona. I mean, somebody got to get pick 6, so I'm not gonna hate on the young man. But that's a little high for me at this point. But again, the Pacers, you just looking for something. You just looking for any spark that you can get. So that's cool.
From a basketball standpoint, what Benedict Mathurin can do, he can be able to guard your point guard full court. I did a lot of game film on him. One thing that I was impressed with is he was able to pick up guys that were 5'10", 5'11", who were like, blazing speed. He was able to stay in front of them and really like blow up what they were trying to do for their offensive system at the college level. I think you get him there to be able to save the president's legs, because with all the injuries he has had, you don't want him picking up that leg work. So I could see that. Once again, tomato soup. It's not going to move the bar. It's not going to, swing the pendulum. This is just another good piece that you hope when you do land the big fish, if it ever comes, you hope that this is a piece that can help that big fish when you land it. That's just really.
Coach Ivy, your son has made it to the league. Now you get even more money.
So who we got number 7?
What's that?
Who's
Who we
picking?
got at 7? Well, we know Indy pick is in, so that's
7. We got Portland.
Portland.
So, yeah, we got Portland at 7. Another team that was on my hoop hell list. There's nobody that's going to help them do what they want to do right now. I don't know if you swing for the fences on some upside, or if you just get a solid piece and just hope for the best. I don't know what to do. What would you do, Coach Les?
It seems they in a win now situation, and I think it was Trav or Ronnie that might have yesterday posted that they were looking to trade that pick for OG out of Toronto.
That was
I like that move, honestly. I just don't think there's anybody in the draft to help Portland right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at number 7, I should say. My conspiracy theory was debunked. I honestly felt that they were going to get a top pick and get Paolo because he's from Seattle and, that whole Northwest vibe. But that was debunked because I thought, they probably would have went on him. But I just don't think there's anyone at 7 that can help Portland in the draft.
They need a center. They don't have. I mean, I like the Jeremy Grant pickup. OG would be good. OG and Jeremy Grant would be nice, but they need. I feel like Nurkic just hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Nurkic a couple years. A center would help them, but like you're saying, I don't think there's anybody at 7 that you would.
I'm gonna throw this out. But I could see at 7 them drafting Shaedon Sharpe and trade for OG, because Shaedon is from Toronto.
Good one.
I can see that happening, and I can see if they draft Shaedon, I can see that trade happen. That's just, like I said, that's just me. That's just me talking.
No, that actually would be a great look.
I just because I look at it, I like to look at things like not just from the basketball lens, because this is the NBA, is big business. Then you got to have marketing. It's a marketing plan. Like, you got Shaedon Sharpe coming back home to play in his home country, and godly athleticism.
Yeah.
And
he already have a theme song. Future and Drake wait for you, because they will wait for him. I will wait for you. Like, it's already set up for him. It's perfect.
I got a question y'all on Portland while we wait on their pick. As a player, key as a player, Brandon Roy or Drexler?
Say that. Say who was the second one or who?
Brandon Roy or Clyde Drexler as a player, not who had the better career.
B. Roy, man. B. Roy. B.
I ain't
Roy.
about to disrespect Clyde Drexler.
I'm not disrespecting Clyde.
No,
I'm not
this is perfect.
disrespecting
Don't
Clyde.
think about it.
Well, only thing Clyde, I mean, just watching. Clyde put his head down and went right the whole time with the butter roll.
Hey,
I'm not disrespecting him, but you
I
looking
get it.
from a skill set, B. Roy got that.
Oh, no, he's not more skilled than
PG.
B. Roy. No, he's not more
B. Roy
skilled.
6'6" PG. He doing both.
Yeah, he's not.
He
I never
done.
say he was more skilled.
He
He's not
guarding.
more skilled.
We got cheated. We got cheated.
Ham, what you think?
We did.
I'm going with B. Roy for the same reason that Trav said. The man can, Clyde gonna go. Now you couldn't do nothing about it.
That's all
And he
I'm
was,
saying.
and he was gonna jump over your head
Yeah.
if need be. Andre Turner's a prime example. But
You know,
B.
Clyde,
Roy was just so smooth, though. You know, it's the complete package with B. Roy.
Of course.
And he
And
got
he
robbed,
defended.
and we got robbed.
And he defending.
he,
Hey,
did, he did it all, man. He was complete. He was complete ball player.
B. Roy was gonna be that next elite level of two guards coming to play.
Now I just need for people, not y'all, because I know y'all are smart when y'all say this, and I agree with you from a skill standpoint. I just need for people to not shit on Clyde Drexler because he couldn't hold Jordan, which nobody could.
No,
Like,
no,
stop
no, no,
shitting
no.
on that man because he couldn't hold Jordan. Because who could? Like, they be a person that held Jordan. Like, nobody could hold Jordan. So
Hey, it's like Charles
It's
Barkley
who-
back. It's like Charles Barkley when he said Chuck Daly came up to him in '92 and said, "Hey man, you're the second best player. You're the second best player in the world." And
Yeah.
he said, "Who?" He said, "Who's the first?" That right there. And Charles Barkley, yeah. You're right.
You're right.
You know, and Charles Barkley said that was
oh,
mm,
2.7.
we
look
have
at motherfucking Lester Stewart with his clairvoyant hat on. Hey man, get this man a job. Front office job. That's I will wait for you. I'm telling you. Like I wouldn't. That's pause. But the song for Shade Sharp in Toronto, like it's lining up.
Mm.
I just, you know, that's how I look at it.
Now that's a good look though. We need OG. We gotta entice you with something.
We know what's up. We know what's up. We know what's
And, you
up.
know, shouts out to Toronto's skill and development and their G League too, because they get guys ready. It's a very underrated developmental farm system they have over there.
Even coaches ready.
Yeah, they get everybody ready.
I think Nick Nurse was a product of that in some way.
Yep.
And
But big shot guy over there though. That GM, that's big shot guy right there, man.
oh yeah.
Yeah, man,
He makes shrewd moves.
That
you know, Jerry Stackhouse was a coach for the Toronto 905.
Mm-hmm.
And also too, you just got to understand when Toronto first came into this league, when they really took off, who was at the staple there? Vince Carter and T-Mac, really athletic wigs that could play above the rim. What does Shaden Sharp do? Play above the rim.
Above the rim.
I think
Guess
they went
what?
to Canada.
Watching Vince Carter and T-Mac growing up, like everybody in Canada who played basketball now, they saw those guys as their Jordan.
And I'm going to tell you this, guys, right now, and I want everybody to hear this, everybody out there in YouTube land, Facebook, everything. Canada is on the rise in grassroots.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you this right now. They are on the rise in grassroots. They have so much talent coming in 23, 24, 25.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to say a name, and I want you guys to remember this name. Elijah Fisher.
Got it.
Remember this name because we'll be on the draft show a year or two from now or three, whatever.
He will go to
And
Oklahoma.
we'll talk about him.
he would go to Oklahoma City probably because Oklahoma City got like 20.
Ever got their TV on? Turn it down because we don't want to get that copyright straight. Just turn down a little bit. Turn down a little bit. But you know, these are the sons and nephews of Vincent Tracy.
Yeah. You know, and shouts out to Damon Stoudemire too, because he shouldn't be overlooked as well. It's just when he got there, they were literally just starting. So, you know, it was just a lot of question marks, you know, as far as how basketball will be taken in Canada. Because Canada was always a hockey and even a baseball league.
Definitely the sons and nephews.
Stop.
I wasn't gonna say nothing about it. I was gonna let it ride, man.
Hey, Carabana was
Sure
lit.
gonna let
That's all
it
I'm gonna
ride.
say. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Carabana
Hey
was
man,
lit.
did Shaden Sharp break the record going to school and getting picked high in the draft?
What Sean
Besides Kyrie Irving.
What about
Kyrie
Sean
played what, 9 games? It was
Enes
no one pick.
Kanter. Enes Kanter.
Yeah.
What pick was Enes Kanter though?
Ennis was like
3.
what?
He was
He was
3.
like third.
He was the
Third
third
pick.
pick.
Okay. Besides, so Kyrie played 9, Enes played 0, got third. This man played 0 and got 9th.
Because then Jamal Crawford played what, like 12? He didn't play many.
He ain't played minutes before he got suspended.
Actually, hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and gotta excuse my language when I say this,
Go for it.
because I ain't want to go here. Shaden Sharp getting drafted in the top 7 should let you further know that the NBA rule, this is an NBA rule, that a guy has to be 1 year removed from high school is some bullshit.
It is.
It is
Yeah.
flat out bullshit. And the reason why I say that, this man ain't played no college basketball at all. We got very small sample sizes of Jabari Smith, Chet, all these one and done guys. The rule is some BS because you know why? These guys are already being projected as NBA players. Just let them come out.
Please.
Just let them come out. That's
Thank
it.
Yeah.
Just let them come out. Let them now. And this is the thing about it. On the other end of that is they have to be ready to do it. They have to be ready to do it. Not just, you know, you're a grown man now. You want to make a grown man decision? Well, guess what? You got to be a man. And it's fine.
Yeah. And this is what I'm going to say with that too, Les. Y'all motherfuckers act like they can't go back to college. They go and
get their degree. They can go back and get it.
Y'all act like if they don't
Online,
go to college
man,
right now
online.
at age 18, if they don't go to college right now at age 18, their life educationally is fucked. That's what y'all act like. It's stupid.
I just think, to me, either you let them come out of high school or it's 2. I think 2 is okay. You do 2 in college because 2. Go ahead, Ham.
2 is gonna make them make sure that they at least be a student athlete.
You got
for the time to take that.
No, what 2 does? No, this is what 2 does. 2 evens out the playing field for players who's actually putting work in, because it's actually unfair. Because most of the people that's gonna get picked is going to be the one and done. Because the way the NBA looks at this, which is a business standpoint, is by the end of your first contract, if I extend you, you're only going to be 22 years old, as opposed to if I get a guy that has to stay 2 or 3 years, you're going to be 25 years old. That's how they're looking at it. Even though, from my standpoint, from a basketball standpoint, you only got a certain amount of years on your odometer to play anyway. You got 1,200 games before check engine lights start coming on. I don't care what age you start playing those 1,200 games. You got 1,200. That's 10 to 12 years before the light come on. Once the light come on, you might want to start looking at least another whip.
You know, the one and done rule always was protection from the GMs from picking kids. they didn't want to be the one to make the mistake on Corleone Young. They didn't want to be the one to make the mistake on. We can name them. So here's the one and done rule to protect me. Mm-hmm. So at least they went to college and or the G League for a year. I got to see them. But to me, it's like, make the GM rap.
That's it. Or fire him.
Pay for your sins. Pay for your sins.
Right there.
Pay for your sins.
Mm-hmm.
With that being
because
said,
what happened, but this is what happened. In 2004, we had that invasion of all those high school dudes.
Yep.
It was crazy. And think about it is, though, some of them cats end up being really good.
Some of them end up panning out for real, right?
Some of them cats end up being really good. And
we can really say, at the high school, we really can say majority of them had careers.
Like Dwight, right? Dwight was the number one pick in that draft. He got picked over Emeka, and Emeka put in work 3 years and won a national championship.
And won a net.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is like you got some really good dudes that came out in 2004, but you also got some dudes that ended sooner than later.
Mm-hmm. But that's what they call it, the lottery. You don't know
what thing what happened. But this is what happened though. Like 2005, that class wasn't as strong. It wasn't as strong. You had Martell Webster,
Andrew Bynum,
Gerald
Green, right?
CJ, no, I think CJ was 2004.
It was 2004. He went second round.
Yep, second round to Utah, I think. You had Monte, you had Lou Will,
right.
And you had Amir Johnson. Which funny is Amir Johnson actually went down and helped those young cats in the G League on the Ignite team this year. Mm-hmm. So he actually went back, 17 years later, went back and, got to think about it. That was 17 years ago when the last time Amir Johnson was the last high school player to get picked in the draft. Because that's when they came up with the rules.
Yeah.
But that was 17 years ago. And a lot of these kids weren't even born. But I just think for the last 17 years, how many careers did we see not take off? How many careers did we see take off because of it? Now, that's something that I would love for us to do one day where we go back and we start in 2006. We go to the 2006 high school class and we go back to see if guys were able to leave. And we go back up.
We're gonna do that this summer. I like that.
Now we can't miss out on the New Orleans pick because that was a hell of a conversation that could easily take the show over. But New Orleans did pick Dyson Daniels, somebody that less coveted. They clearly need wings to be able to play next to McCollum.
Ingram, Zion, if healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, again, shout out to all the listeners that's there. Man, I see you, G2. Man, say Red Cup run.
but New Orleans is always going to be an intriguing team because of, the main pieces. Whether Zion plays or not, we're going to figure it out. But, yeah, so Dyson Daniels, we'll just go ahead and let everybody talk about Dyson with New Orleans. I think it's a good look, but, it's a pecking order, too, because there's a lot of good players on New Orleans, especially at the guard.
Hey, and I would like to say this: that 8th pick was supposed to go to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Sure was.
Oh, that's the AD, John, ain't it?
Just want to throw that out there.
LA, for my Laker fans is I hope the bubble championship was worth it.
Yep.
I hope it was worth it.
And the thing about it is the leadership in New Orleans is why they're actually going to give people headaches in the West in years to come.
New Orleans is, and I know we're going to say this again, but it is repeating. If Zion is in shape, Zion was averaging an easy 25. Easy 25.
Ooh,
I don't-
that's a good pick for San Antonio. Sorry.
I like it, but I don't like it.
Man, I think we should have got old boy from Memphis, man.
Oh, you wanted there.
During.
That's why I kind of wanted to be fair.
I like Sochan though.
I'm gonna tell you why they didn't go Durant, because I think they're trying to get Aiden.
Ew.
So Sochan, you gotta think he can play that 4,
Mm-hmm.
right? He can play that 4, wingspan, long, athletic, very athletic. And this is what I think why San Antonio went after a guy like that, because of the culture he's coming from.
Now, Trav, let me ask you this, because you're the Spurs fan on here. Take the Sochan pick out of there. It seems to me the Spurs is real crowded on the perimeter right now.
More wings than Popeyes.
So the DeJounte Murray trade, which to me is the most bogus trade rumor I heard in a long time.
That's
But
sure
you
wasn't said.
Murray, Lonnie Walker, Keldon Johnson, Josh Richardson, Primo. Do you think y'all are in this the Aiden thing is real?
I hope so. Because I think if Pop want to make that last run, he got to have something similar to what he didn't have before. And what is one thing he didn't always had that he didn't kept with. He didn't kept a whip of a 7-footer from David Robinson to Tim Duncan. That was mobile, agile, can get up and down the floor, can put the ball in the basket in many different ways. Aiden is one of those ones that can do so. He can switch out on the perimeter if he needs to. I mean, it ain't gonna be the best, but he can hold his own, especially when it's time to recover. But I want that Aiden. I wouldn't mind Aiden being at San Antonio. We're not mind it won't, not one bit.
Now, can you hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. Now, let me say this as well. San Antonio, like Houston, has 3 first-round picks. Let's also not forget the fact that there are quite a few 7-foot and over guys that will be available for their second first-round pick and their third first-round pick. We got Walker Kessler. We got the guy from Florida State. We got Mark Williams at Duke. Are these guys as good as Aiden? Absolutely not. But at least you could be able to walk away with a center that hopefully you could be able to groom to play 10 or 12 minutes to get that feel. Because really the reason why they need the center is to protect the paint. They don't necessarily need the center to score points. They got more than enough bucket getters on San Antonio. They don't have rim protection. So you can find rim protection with that second and third round pick, which is why I think getting Sochan is such a good pick, because not only are you getting rim protection per se, you're also getting perimeter protection because he could guard everything.
Switchable.
He's guarding everything.
Can I share my screen?
Give me just a moment. Let me get you set up.
Okay, now, this is an interesting pick too. The reason now, I don't know anything, but Johnny Davis is a 2-guard.
I'm good for screen share.
Not yet. Let me get that set up.
Johnny Davis goes to Washington.
Now you good.
Now we know Bradley Beal, he may or may not be opting out.
Can everyone see that on the?
But that's an interesting pick. Go ahead. We got to have some story time with Coach Les for the people.
Yikes.
Right. All right. And this is this goes. We're just not out here talking, and we're not out here trying to blast Sacramento, but it's right there.
They did it again this year too. They did it again this year too with Jay Knight.
I want Keegan Murray to work out. I do. I really do. I don't. This is just it. Don't.
What's the okay? So fellas,
This goes back to Mr. This goes back to Grandpa Ronnie C. Jr. You bet on the wrong horse.
they're on the wrong horse. And what's the worst one of these three?
T-Rob. We ain't seen T-Rob since 2012.
Let me keep it up there. My bad. I took it out. Let me.
That
it
man,
back up.
no.
As
You know
soon
what?
as you put it up there, I was like, T-Rob is the work.
Hey man, I
Because
don't
Jim
know.
is still getting 60 in China somewhere.
But
You know
he
what I'm
ain't
saying?
Clay.
He's still getting some kind of
He
buck.
ain't Clay. He is not Clay.
No, here's the reason why I picked Jimmer. Because Clay had the audacity to give them 37 and a quarter.
This is true. This is true.
You
He
know,
gave us
37 and
37.
one quarter.
He gave us 37 and a quarter later on this season too. Memphis, y'all need to quit messing with Clay. Just saying. Quit messing with Clay. He game 6 you this year. He got a 37-point quarter on you from 2015. Quit messing with dude. He don't need but 4 dribbles to get
you
20.
know the,
For the game.
Right.
He don't
only-
even need. He don't even need 4.
the bad one on here to me is actually Marvin Bagley.
Yeah.
Because
If y'all did y'all see that video that was put in the group? I got the one Mouse put in there about Vlade talking about why he took bags over Doncic.
yeah, that bad.
See, Vlade, Vlade, you could have joined us on the scene in '94. You ain't doing nothing else. Joe D got your spot now.
Damn. And Bagley.
I don't know though, Vlade. You probably can't hang with us, Vlade. You probably be tripping.
Nah, Vlade lit. Vlade will he had like 4 red cups by now.
Listen,
Not 4.
Just saying.
Not 4.
the
God.
Kings have not made the playoffs for 16 years.
Damn.
These
That
are
means
3 examples why.
that means there are people who are going to get driver's license this year who were not born when the Kings made the playoffs.
Did we discuss this before? For them to be as slow as they are, like on an annual basis, they don't never pick number 1.
They can't even get the lottery balls to
They
fall.
can't get
They
it, babe.
don't- I think Purvis Ellison may have been the last time they picked number 1, and that was in
Right.
'89.
Not never nervous.
But
I'm verifying this right now if it was indeed never nervous.
Dude, do you understand
I think that might be right.
that?
I think that's true.
Dude,
Yeah,
do you,
it's true.
do you
Never nervous.
know
He got-
the
and he
Sacramento
got there
Kings-
and got injured to the point to where Dan Ainge was in Sacramento at that time. Dan Ainge called the man out of service Purvis.
Oh my God. Do the Sacramento Kings understand what they just did to this league? They just made the Golden State Warriors out of 8 years 4-time champion off one freaking pick.
One pick.
Shout out Jimmer, man. Jimmer gonna be in TBT in 2 weeks.
Hey, hold on.
Him
hold
and
on,
his
hold
brother.
on, Trav. Hey, hold on, Trav. We can't blame Sacramento because MJ has made y'all motherfuckers pick Jimmer for bet and Vlad G up. I'll slow down.
Well, you know what? That's
I'll slow
you
down.
know what?
Hey, you know what? Nah, let me get this one. I don't even remember if I picked Jim or not. But I will say this to you. I will say this to you. We were blind. The Kings can see.
That's the real question. Can they?
I don't think they can see though.
The only thing Robinson accomplished was getting Liz, man.
You can't see what I can't see. You blind, baby. You
He
blind
get-
for a fact.
He got Liz Cambridge, so he won something.
That's the only thing he didn't want.
That's the only thing he wanted was lick. Shout out.
Hey, Jeffrey Hardman said soon it's gonna be hoopers in the league younger than the Kings playoff game.
Us.
I almost logged off of it.
That's tough.
Uh,
Cold game. Pearl.
Shout out to my Kings fans too. They're still holding it down, man. Y'all going somewhat. I hope y'all end up like the Chicago Cubs. This is gonna be about 2050 though. But
They still the Hedo Turgaloo with the frosty tips to come back. I remember young Hedo Turgaloo with the Justin Timberlake frosty.
He don't
time.
have that blonde on them.
what a time to be alive.
hey, Timberlake out here performing in a dad outfit. Seawalk. Like we not gonna talk about this.
Oh my God. Come on,
We
Jeff.
not.
So they picked who
Yeah,
they
on
picked
my
up your
outfit.
guy? Who is this picked up your guy? The Washington Wizards picked up Johnny Davis.
Yeah, we talked about him. If you squint your eyes and you had a few drinks, you could see glimpses of Devin Booker. He will never be Devin Booker, but you could see it if you're drunk enough. But he's really good at getting to the basket. He can make contested shots if you give him the opportunity. I don't see him as a point guard. They got him as a point guard. I don't think that's going to work. I think you need to have him as a scorer. He could work the pick and roll a little bit, but have him as a scorer. He can make contested shots. It's not going to move the needle for the Wizards. Like I said, Wizards are hell. It's not. Let's just be honest. For them to be 10th, it's not going to help.
He kind of reminded me of a taller Chris Lofton.
I'm gonna let Ham answer this question from Q Romeo says, do we talk about the Knicks? Ham,
He said what? He said what about the Knicks?
do we even talk about the Knicks? Ham, I'm gonna let you have the floor on this one.
I mean, they do get the next pick. I'm about to shoot y'all the pick because I'm over here cheating. I ain't gonna even lie.
No, that's what the show is for. If you want to know it earlier, we already told y'all we on Twitter. We get
I mean, cause Shams is just straight running the whole show with the picks early. So we just gonna bucket with Shams. Now, what was his question about the Knickerbockers?
Wow. Okay.
I don't know who that is.
So I know exactly who he is. This right here is okay. Let me explain what this is.
Years away.
No. I'll explain what this is. What this is you go to Vegas, and the first day of Vegas, you gamble 75% of your money. It's gone. So the only way to feel like you can have a better trip is if you go back with the other 25% you got and try to flip it. So what the Knicks just did is they just went to the Russian roulette table, put their 25% on green. Now, keep in mind, it's either red or black. Green is zero. They put it on green. So if the shit land on zero, they look like geniuses. If it does not, they broke. And I'm going to tell you about Ousmane Dieng. On paper, it looks good. He looks like a low budget. What's the dude that came from Australia that's on Oklahoma City Thunder now?
Josh Giddey.
He looks like a low budget Josh Giddey. That's exactly what he looks like.
I don't know how this helps the Knicks right away.
It don't.
Like
That's his Randle spot.
Nah, that kid, he ain't not Julius Randle.
He's on the move. He's on the move to Oklahoma City, as a matter of fact. According to Shams, 7 seconds ago.
So it's a
what?
Yeah, Ousmane Dieng, however you pronounce Potter's name, he's on his way to Oklahoma City.
Oh, they trading him. That makes sense because Oklahoma City wanted him. So Oklahoma City is just getting all the 6'7" dudes who do shit. Makes sense to me.
People who do stuff.
That's what they get. Like, you got Josh Giddey, you got, the law firm. Now you picking up Ousmane Dieng. You got Chet Holmgren. He's 6'11" and just do shit. Like, you got Moses Brown with 7'2" who do shit. Like, Lucius Dort is the shortest person on their team, man. It look like he eat weights.
So they got
dumbbells. So it's like
2 dudes from Canada.
It's like an 8th grade AAU team. Like, 8th grade AAU team, everybody hit puberty, they just get all the tall people. That's what Oklahoma City's doing right now.
Oklahoma City killing y'all in the Goodwill games.
I'm telling you.
So when they traded, I gotta find it because
shout out to the Goodwill games. About the Goodwill games.
Hey, I gotta find it because I got a receipt out there that said, "What is Oklahoma City trying to do? Draft Chet Holmgren and Imani Bates." It's out there somewhere. I just have to find it. But I distinctly remember saying this when they was trying to get all those first-round picks. Because I followed it up by saying, it's a little boy in my daughter's class right now in the 6th grade that that's probably going to go play for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Listen.
Hey, let me say this right now.
If you have
is dribbling and he's the class of 2026. If you go to Oklahoma City, I will reluctantly wear that jersey.
If you have a child between the ages of 11 and 14, get them ready. Because Oklahoma City will be calling you in about 5 years.
So that means you need to enroll them in Mario Academy today.
Right now. Now, with that said, hey, the Knicks actually did something that wouldn't be considered ain't shit. They got multiple first-round picks going to New York. They actually made a good move.
Hey.
When are these picks going there? Are these picks going there? Are these 20, 30 picks?
Listen, I don't know. All I know is they have all the first
you know
picks.
what it
Let's
could
just
be?
start there. Like,
What it could be.
You can't have a crackhead just go from being a crackhead.
Maybe for Kyrie.
A law-abiding.
Trav, what did you say?
This may be for Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, healthy. I like this. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Bright lights, big city.
Hey, let me tell you, Kyrie in the Garden would be fun.
Is that what's happening?
If it happens, Kyrie in the Garden is fun.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Box off.
The league really do need New York to be in the playoffs. I think the league need New York to be in the playoffs more than LA need to be in the playoffs. It's the atmosphere. Just ask Trae Young, man. That was the funnest 5-game series first round
And
last year. Whoa.
I would say this, and we've talked about this before. The Garden at playoff time is a different place.
Hmm.
As much as Ham talks about the Knicks ain't, and it's true. The Garden, when the Garden is rocking,
It is rocking.
it's tough.
They play their organ.
That
You hear that defense chant. It's nothing like it.
is different. And I know you can't. You can't win, they give championships for crowd. I get it. Garden is different though. Garden a different spot when it's rocking, man.
Mm-hmm. It's like the movies. They got it set like the movies. Like all you see is the front row. Everything else is dark. But when it's rocking.
Hey man. The Garden ain't shit but a patch of grass right now.
And MJ just threw cold water on everything.
All that.
Oh, that's a good pick for OKC. That kid's gonna be good.
Lesson MJ. I want y'all to get a little coachy and labby, because this dude Jalen Williams' name come up a lot in like pre-draft stuff, closer to the draft.
Yeah,
I don't know much about him. The people might not much about him. Talk about him, because he's kind of been like a fast rising name last week.
Joe Johnson.
Oh.
Joe Johnson that runs the pick and roll.
Okay.
7'2" wingspan. No, I'm sorry, 7'4" wingspan at 6'8". Very steady. You're not speeding him up. Scoring all 3 levels. And once again, this is such an Oklahoma City pick because I think, you know, when you got to ride a certain ride, you got to be this tall. I think at this point from now up until they run out of picks, you got to be 6'7" before they even look at you. This is what it's seeming like to me at this point. 6'7" to ride this ride. So we'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and throw it to Les. But no, Jalen Williams is legit. Like, I didn't know he was going to go this high, but he deserves it because if we're just talking about skill, fuck upside. If we're talking about a dude who could play basketball right now, Jalen Williams is one of the top 15 in this draft that can play basketball right now in the NBA.
He's a product of a late growth spurt. He was a point guard his whole like coming up, youth basketball, everything like you know, AAU, and then he hit a growth spurt, got to Santa Clara. Because I can tell you this right now, and like I think the fact that like, and I go back and look like those guys at Santa Clara were probably recruiting him while he was still about 6'1", 6'2", to come play point guard when it was time, because he's only I think he's only a sophomore. I think he's only a sophomore. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so he's one of those young cats that like he grew, he was already going there. They stayed in with him because like if he was coming out with those skills at 6'6", you don't know, he might have shot up to like, he probably been top 5, all depending on where he go and what kind of hype he had around him. Because you got to think about this. He's at Santa Clara. Not everybody gets to see Santa Clara play, right? So we don't know him. You know, the general population doesn't know him just because on Pacific time, they may be playing at 7. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast. That's 9 o'clock in Central Time Zone. Not everybody watching those games, so not a lot of people know him. But I'm not shocked at where he got picked
at all.
Per se, I'm not shocked because he, you know, great wingspan, about 6'6", 6'7". He's really a guard. And when you compare him to Joe Johnson, early Joe, Arkansas, Joe was playmaking, facilitating, and all that, as opposed to like when we know Joe is ISO Joe, right? We know ISO Joe. You talking Joe Johnson when Joe Johnson had to do everything to help a team win,
right?
So Jalen Williams is a great pick. I just think that watching a Giddey, Trey Man, SGA lineup out there is going to be crazy, or Jalen Williams, Giddey, SGA, Trey Man, Jalen Williams, whoever, Ousmane Dieng. Like Oklahoma City is going to be a very interesting team when they grow up. It's going to be a very it's going to get very interesting because you've paid Shy, which you deservingly so. You paid him. You build. If you're gonna make him the cornerstone, now you got Chet. They just got Chet, so now you got a nice little marketing piece. Chet Holmgren's the household name. Everybody knows him, and he has the look.
Of course.
So you're going to like Oklahoma City, and I have to go back to this. Oklahoma City could be Memphis in 3 years.
They could
be Memphis in 3 years. They really could. I just think they're gonna need a real 5-man. A real 5-man.
One thing Oklahoma City better start doing is giving Petey Pablo his royalties.
Oh my God!
League beat for
now.
They didn't chop that deep. They didn't chop that up to a defensive team.
It's annoying as fuck. There, I said it. It's annoying.
Oh well,
Hey, okay. See, their response to you, Ronnie C, is we know who we paid, dog. Searchlight Public.
Searchlight.
Hey, that's 2 J bars today, man. J bars today.
I don't think we're going to run out of more. I think it's going to be another one pretty soon. But
probably so.
Our man Mo Schefter would appreciate the Jay-Z bars. He'd be all for that.
That you know that I'm dedicating my portion of the show today to Mo. I'm dedicating my portion of the show today to Mo.
My man Mo Schefter.
Salute to Mo, man. Salute to Mo.
Yeah, that's
He's supposed to be doing his Twitter, but he had other business that
But we making a prayer. We making a prayer because we all kicking it logistically.
That's
Business.
it.
So, yeah, we
So,
keeping it
go ahead,
thorough.
comments. Let me talk to the comments. Lawrence Cleveland questioned the low budget Josh Giddey when I said about Oscar Ndiaye. I don't know what else to compare the dude to. He a playmaker at 6'9", and his shot is iffy, and we don't know if it's going to lead to anything else. Josh Giddey just got to be the best version. We'll see if he becomes the best version. Lawrence Cleveland also said Joe hit a growth spurt too. He got his skills as a 6'2" freshman, shot up to 4 inches between 9th and 10th. That's some good lab work, Lawrence. That's why I wanted to highlight it. You deserve that.
Dude, Joe.
Hey, is Chet Holmgren like the most popular big man in Oklahoma City since Nick Collison?
Chet Holmgren has Bill Laimbeer's attitude with KD's physique.
I hope he can fight.
I hope he can fight too. Because he's on that energy. Like anytime they ask him who the best at anything, I don't care if they ask him who's the best ping pong player. This man saying me. Like, I love the energy, but I'm like, bro, this is a petty league, and they run a lot of pick and roll. And you ain't going to get the paint no more. You gonna have to. Them ankles is gonna have to be iced out.
They gonna ice you. They gonna ice you up. They gonna ice you up.
But I think he'll be ready though. The worst and the best thing that could happen to him is when he rapped Steph Curry. That was the best and the worst thing he could happen to him. Because now it's like, what do you tell him? I already rapped the best player in the world, or the second or third best player in the world.
Oh God, this remind me of Joy Dorsey when he got picked up by Houston.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
This is exactly what it is.
I don't like Jalen Duren going to Charlotte.
Let's talk about it.
And this is the reason why. They don't have a coach. They don't have a coach.
Not have a coach.
He's barely 19.
Barely.
He's really supposed to be. You remember he reclassed up, so he's really supposed to be getting out of high school
this year.
The stuff that's been going on in Charlotte with the lead, the stuff off the court. That young man is a talent. He's actually he was a top five talent, I believe. A top 5 talent. He went to 13. Is he at 13?
Yeah.
I don't like the situation for him.
No.
Right. I agree.
They don't have a coach. They have some serious issues going on off the court over there.
Mm-hmm.
In the fact that he's literally supposed to be graduating high school a month ago, probably.
Like a month ago, right?
Really, if we're going by his time in school, he did 3 years of high school, then boom, went to Memphis. I don't like him going to Charlotte. I like the player, and I think that kid can flourish. I just don't like his situation right now, and I really hope they are able to control that situation because I think he can be successful in this league.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here's the way I'm looking at it. If he does be successful, LaMelo Ball is going to deserve a 10% tie because he's going to make or break his career. I think the reason for the off-the-court activities with Charlotte is because Melo is young, vibrant, and can play, but he also can do things off the court and still bring it on the court because he loves basketball enough to where he's going to bring it every time. But the thing about it is when LaMelo is your franchise and you have other players looking at him, he's young and he's going to live his life. And other players who may or may not be able to pull off what LaMelo can pull off and still perform and produce are following him. And that's the problem.
But it's not LaMelo.
No, it's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not. I'm just saying, it's LaMelo's not doing anything to the extent of you got two guys that's been in the league for some years doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta get rid of them.
They like the prime example we hear on a lot of the player podcasts that we listen to. Bring the vets back,
You need to
man.
bring
They ain't got
vets.
no vets. They ain't got no vets to kind of really help keep that pimping stable. You know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
around there. And you see the result.
Whoa,
Not just
whoa,
what happened.
whoa. I'm sorry to cut you off. It looks like the Pistons are going to be acquiring Jalen Duren at that 13th pick in the trade.
Ooh.
Ew.
That changes shit.
I love it.
does.
That
I
changes
like
a lot.
Now
Whoa.
now
That's
we
a
getting to
bomb.
talk.
We
Yeah.
just talked about a purgatory.
Sure did.
That's a bomb. That's a bomb.
But you better guard your knees, young fella.
Yes.
You know how Tibbs is.
Hold up, Tim's in Detroit.
No, I see him with Duran. Shams got him going to the Knicks.
They
From the
said
Hornets.
Adrian got the Pistons acquiring Jalen Duren.
We
Right,
got
I'm-
Wolfsburg Shams. We got
Whoa,
Right.
Wolfsburg.
yeah, okay. Let's see.
Go
Now,
ahead.
Let's see
now
who's
this
saying.
would dictate who we go with for the future.
Meanwhile,
Maybe he goes to the Pistons, then the Knicks, or the Knicks, then the Pistons. Maybe they both still right. It's just the order.
Now, this is because that's the 15th pick.
13.
Oh, that was
It's
13.
13.
That was
Oh,
13.
we ain't even because usually the shenanigans with the trading start about 20.
Nah, it's
It's
starting.
starting early tonight.
I saw that pick happening for Cleveland. Like Cleveland got a professional wing. They got better.
They needed wing help. They needed
No,
wing help.
they got better with that pick. And I could see him spelling minutes for Karis LeVert, for Coro. I could see him spelling minutes for them and like giving you what you need. Darius Garland will get him looks. Colin Sexton will get him looks. That's a good pickup.
And
You know what I like?
Colin Sexton needs to be looking for somewhere else to go.
You know what I like about that pick too? A senior gets drafted in the lottery.
That ain't too many times we get that.
Thank you. Shout out to that, man.
Absolutely. And, he won a national title, so I knew he was going to go lottery because of that. But he's not going to be asked to do much, and he has a lot of protection, not just on offense, but on defense. You literally got 3 6'11", 7 feet bigs behind you, and I'm not even including Kevin Love.
Yeah, you don't have to include Kevin Love on defense.
Kevin Love gonna take charges.
I really should include Marcus, but they run zone, so I'll be like, whatever.
Mm-mm. Kevin Love.
Kevin Love did the best hedge of his life. He ain't never hedged like that ever in life. Oh,
Knicks trading Kemba Walker to Detroit.
Yeah,
What?
he gonna get moved along. He ain't never
He'll
gonna play.
get moved, right?
Yeah, he ain't never gonna play for them.
I was thinking they had something else attached to it, but
So he going to the Knicks?
to my Jalen.
Durant? Yeah, Jalen.
Ah,
If they moving Kimba,
Woj
to
ain't
Detroit.
Shams ain't changed. Let's see what Woj talking about.
if they
Well,
moving
they
him to
changed either.
Detroit,
This stalemate. I don't know what the hell about that. We just
I
know
need
Jalen
to.
Durant.
Hey, man.
We just know Jalen Durant is not playing for Charlotte. That's all we know.
Yeah, we know he ain't gonna be there.
you know what? I honestly felt like I put that in the universe for the young man.
Yeah, good shit.
Yeah, you need to.
Manifest.
Put that in the universe.
Sometimes you got to manifest life.
You know what's crazy, man? Speaking of like Kemba Walker, this is a bigger picture conversation. Think about all the dudes. Like 94 Life, we've been open for basically not quite 8 full seasons.
And the Kings made the playoffs none of those years.
And the Kings didn't make the playoffs, none of those. But think about all the dudes who like were the guys when we opened the group.
All right.
Who now
Kemba
are
was one for certain.
who now are like halfway out the door. When you talk about Kemba, Blake Griffin, John Wall, like guys who were the guys when we started.
Okay.
And obviously, they can't stay young forever. But it's just crazy to think that like Kemba Walker is damn near out the league.
What happened was the Knicks got Durant and they moved Kemba to Detroit. That was part of the package altogether.
Oh,
So Jalen Durant's on the Knicks.
Right.
Okay. So here's my question. What are y'all gonna do with Mitchell Robinson? What y'all gonna do with Nerlens Noel? Well, Nerlens Noel could go, but Mitchell Robinson. Still, we still they talked about Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Like what is the move? That's all I'm asking. You still got fucking Obi Toppin. They still ain't got no clock. Like what are we doing? I just want to know what's going on. Like I have no idea. Y'all just getting a lot of shit right now. Y'all like Amazon. Y'all keep ordering from Amazon, and you ain't got no place to put it.
This house in particular, yeah.
So
Every
we all
day.
do it. We all do it. I got a package every day because I'm married.
So
Like,
the bigger question is, who was right, Sham or Rose?
Look like Shams got everything probably piece more together than Woes got it.
yeah, Wo's gonna give it to us later.
Okay.
Woes probably gonna have the extra fine details and the cash considerations that come with it.
Right.
You know,
right.
you know what the Knicks do? Hey, you know when you order something like and you put it on like automatic refill by accident, like you order like razor blades or something, and you put them on refill, you forget, and razor blades keep showing up to your crib.
So this is what Woes just said a minute ago, because it seems like they still ain't on the same page yet. This is what Woes just said a minute ago. It said the Pistons are sending the Hornets the 2025 first round pick via Milwaukee in the Durant trade. Sources tell ESPN. Detroit got that pick from Portland in the Jeremy Grant deal yesterday. That's what they're saying.
A lot of literature.
Yeah.
2025, huh?
2025. Yeah. So
who the coldest junior in high school right now? That's
if Isaiah reclassified, maybe him. Shit. If I keep working with his ass, he was dribbling like 20 minutes ago. We'll see. Nah, I don't know. I ain't gonna put that. I speak it in existence, but I ain't gonna be biased.
Mark Williams to Charlotte. Okay.
Not bad. It's not bad.
That's a pick they actually need.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That pick,
Get a bootleg Clint Capella for that team. That's a good look.
Yeah.
I like
Here's a bootleg Clint Capella. Come on, let's not do this. We know what this dude is. Throw it around the rim. Don't expect nothing else. He catch and dunk, and he run and guard people. That's what he do.
And go block some shots.
And I'm gonna tell you this though. It's nothing wrong with that because Robert Williams is just that.
No, Robert
Williams does.
Guard the perimeter a little bit.
Hey, Tyson Chandler made a whole bunch of money doing that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So with Mark Williams, once again, it's a need that they had. They need it. So salute.
MJ got a Duke player.
How you feel about that? I wonder.
I think. Here we go. UNC guys run you guys like Michael Jordan.
I think he
you want me to put it in subtitles. Queen run you like Russell Simmons.
Push the Tanaz on you.
That man just brought him there so he can talk shit about Duke player. That's all he did.
That's something he would do.
He just did.
You know what? In the words of Jake Shuttlesworth, that's why he ain't gonna make it.
That's why he ain't gonna
Mark
make it.
Williams is looking real Greensboro-ish.
Oh,
Mad
God.
Greensboro-ish.
Not Greensboro. Shout out to the Greensboro Coliseum, big NWA
man.
team.
Real Greensboro right now.
You get some
play
good
so
player
hard.
Dusty Rose action in Greensboro,
Yeah,
man.
you get some
They
real start.
There's
Hey,
too much history.
That Nas bar was for Vic.
Vic in the comments.
Oh, God.
That was
Dude,
big.
Greensboro is so historic. Like they really need to put the ACC tournament back.
They need to put the ACC tournament back in Greensboro. You're right.
I'm
They
talking
need to
about
take-
the flow, the line, and
They
everything.
need to take Louisville and Syracuse out, Pittsburgh out, get them out of the ACC, put them back in the Big East, make the Big East
Yes.
great again.
Man,
Please
what? What?
I
I
agree.
agree.
What?
I mean,
Make
can-
the Big East great again.
while we doing this, can I get the Metro Conference back together?
Hey.
enjoyed
You
the
folks
Metro
ain't ready for the Metro
Hey,
Conference.
Ham, we still ain't
Those
settled
folks-
this. Hey, we still ain't settled this Sam and Woj shit. Woj is really adamant about Jalen Durant being on
It's true.
Detroit. So I don't know who's right.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this now. Woj and Shams are Mel Kiper and Todd McShay.
Oh,
They really
my
are.
God.
They really are.
That ain't
Which
looking
one?
good
Woj
for
is the
Woj
question.
then,
The
because
real
McShay used to murder that dude.
He did.
Yeah,
Kuiper
McShay
just
had
look
Kuiper.
good with the hair.
McShay had Kuiper ready to fight.
He did on set, on the set, on draft night.
Mel Kiper and Todd McShay, man, this is what Woj and Shams going through right now.
And Mike Mayock be killing both of them.
He gone. Mayock gone from the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he out of there.
Yeah, they had to get him gone. They had to get him
So,
gone.
like I said, I don't know who's right. So it makes more sense for Durant to go to Detroit, though, because now we're looking at a potential starting five of Cade Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
You got Jaden Ivey. You got Sadiq Bey. You got,
Low.
yep, and you got Jalen Durant. Not saying he's going to start, but let's just put that out there.
Isaiah Stewart.
You got Isaiah Stewart still.
Isaiah Stewart.
Like, you're building the right things to get to where
Oh,
They compare. Okay, these folks comparing them to the women's game.
So
Let's all
AJ,
talk about it. We ain't put it in the personal group down. Let's talk about it. Atlanta, come on down.
that's a good
Y'all
pick.
picked another
That's a
dude
good
to
pick
stand
for
in the
Atlanta.
quarter for Trey.
that pick says
Stand in the
either
quarter for Trey.
either Kevin Herter or Bogdanovich is gonna go.
And give me Cam Reddish back. That's what that pick says to me. Give me Cam Reddish back, and we just sent him to New York.
They were looking for wings that D up a little bit more
Right.
athletic.
Last minute, right.
Either what they call them, either Red Velvet or Bogey is gonna get out of here real soon.
You know what's funny? When
DeAndre Hunter though.
no, he gonna stay.
That,
He can play.
it's like, are they trying to Trey, Hunter, Griffin coming out? If Griffin is it going to be a 3-man rotation with between Bogey or the Red Rooster or
Well, the talk down here, since I'm like here now,
Oh, wow.
Shout it?
Let's shout out Red. Is John Collins, I think is John Collins is the yearly trade bait. This is supposed to be the year it actually happens. That John Collins, they finally get him out, and then one of Huerta or Bogdanovich goes to. Now, what does that bring you back? I don't know.
What did John do? Or what hasn't John done?
John is tired of the ball not being moved.
Yeah,
Because Wario was over there shooting contested 27-footers with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. And John feels like you could get a better shot than that.
The sort of rumor has been that not that John dislikes Trey, it's just he don't really like doing the whole screen for him and just wait for him to throw it to you. Which I can see how that can get old, but I don't know if John got another level to his game that justifies him being upset.
I don't know if John is really 20 and 10 somewhere else.
I mean, this might sound pretty like simple, might sound a little redundant, but John is who he is. He is who he is.
That's my point.
I don't think he can get any better or any worse. Like,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Like, does he move the needle for the Hawks to put him over the top? In return, though, who do you get? Because you got to get you were just in the Eastern Conference Finals in 21, right?
One thing we can give him credit for, he had a cold ass T-shirt from last spring.
Man,
Yeah,
when he
his T-shirt
dunked on
stuff.
Embiid, Lord.
Now,
Lord.
I think the problem is, and we talked about this problem with James Harden in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this problem with Luka in Dallas. It's going to be really difficult to find a real number 2 option if they're going to just have to stand on the perimeter and wait for the ball.
Yeah.
And having watched I got to watch the Hawks up close. It's going to be difficult to say, I'm going to bring in another max level player to stand in the corner and wait for the ball.
Yeah. Oh, no, they're getting a lot of sick players. The acronym SICK, stand in the corner, killer. That's just what they get. Getting a lot of sick players. And motherfuckers is sick of it. Yeah, I make that work.
And it's to MJ's point. MJ's made this point for like 4 years.
That stick talk.
The high usage thing ain't it.
Dog, just think about this. Like, just think about this. And I'm talking to the dudes who actually can hoop right now. So those who can't hoop, y'all just cover your ears and push me.
This is for the guys that put up double digits in their league games.
Yeah. So for the guys who can put double digits up in their league game, do you want to just run up and down the court, getting a lot of cardio, and just wait for a dude to dribble the ball out the air out the ball, and then maybe make a pass to you? And if you miss, he's looking at you like you committed a cardinal sin, even though he had 4 turnovers and it's 0 for 5. Do you want to play that way? I don't think nobody do. No real hooper wants to play that way. We will do it, but we don't want to.
They don't want to do that.
We don't want to.
I want to get
This
involved. I want to get involved.
for about do not walk our ball up the floor.
Please don't. But and you gotta think John Collins. Everybody think about, well, he's a screener, a roller, This motherfucker gotta constantly hit like 190-pound stocky motherfuckers who's trying to run him over like on a regular basis. You gotta do that 30 times. And I'm only getting the ball 4 times out of 30. Do I really want to keep doing this? If you ask me, no. I don't want to. I will, but I don't want to.
You don't want to.
The high usage rate superstar it's tough.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get this one. Talk about Tari Eason to the Rockets. Got anything?
I don't remember seeing dude play this year.
I don't remember.
He was solid. I mean, SEC was a motherfucker. Let's first start there. Like, it was a lot of really good players in SEC.
Mm-hmm.
With Tari Eason, he's the typical 6'8" guy, potential 3-level scorer, runs, jumps, and he fits the description of pretty much everybody else we have been talking about since the 5th round pick. I mean, the 5th selection. And that's the problem. Everybody is looking the same. So it's like you bring them into a league in which you already have 6'8", 6'9" guys that are doing the same thing that you're doing. I'm assuming that this is possibly insurance just in case, the Keegan Murray thing doesn't work. That's the only thing that I can guess.
He's going to Houston or Sacramento? Where is he going?
He's going to Houston. I don't know if it's going to eventually turn to Sacramento. Right now, I got him going to Houston. So we shall see.
What he could. You know who he could be insurance for, and Travis jump in, because we all know your boy is good for the 2 a.m. phone call.
Oh God!
Your boy KPJ.
KPJ.
He good for it. He good for it.
God. Oh God.
Ain't nobody do the 2 a.m. phone call.
We can't be on those, man. We
When the
cannot
phone
be
ring
on
at
those.
when the phone rings at 2 a.m. at the general manager's office, you know who it's for. You know who it's for. Tari Eason might be the insurance for that. I'm just saying.
No, you got to make sure you take care. You got to make sure you take care of all of your investments. And once again, Houston has 3 first-round picks. You got to pick somebody. As of right now, you've already solidified that your guards are going to be what they're going to be. At the very worst, let's say KPJ does have problems. You still got Jalen Green, who really looks like a player that's going to be a 25-plus scorer a game in this league. So if we have trade KPJ and let him blossom, that's fine. But they're pretty much saying we're invested, at the very least, in Jalen Green. We're invested in that. Mm-hmm. So let's get pieces around him to hopefully do stuff that we don't have to let him do. Because even Woj put, after the fact, the why behind the Easton pick, Houston has considered Easton the best defender in the draft, taken by his ability to switch and play with aggression. So, Houston is in disagreement with me because I thought Sochan was the best defender in the draft. But it will remain to be seen. Maybe the best available, they meant probably the best available person at this pick. We will see.
Shout out to everybody who's played the switchable drinking game. If you took a shot for every time you heard switchable in the last hour and a half, I hope you have
no draft nowhere else.
I hope you have an Uber. Oh, you have an Uber somewhere. Hey, Han, let me ask you this: how you think the Memphis Tigers are going to do against the Houston Rockets in the American Athletic Conference this year?
Hey, the Cougars might be able to handle the Rockets. I'm just saying.
They might be older.
They older than them.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, because they coming in with 23-year-old juniors. Marcus Sasser coming back to school. I mean, they're going to be, Campbell Sepson, they're going to be lit again. So
all of them got 9 to 5s, too.
Right. Hey, you know what I'm saying? All of them, a couple of them, they're working on the north side of Houston, you know what I'm saying? Got some nice employment, building homes and, community development and everything. This is the Cougars we talking about, not the Rockets.
But yeah, Cougars is 9 to 5 basketball. That's right. Community.
Them folk work
all 9 to 5. They happy hour and they go to the 25 and older clubs on Tuesday nights.
They go to First Friday once a month.
Yeah, they First Friday and they doing all their player stuff.
All them folks work that FedEx with them boots on. Early shit.
The boys you see at 3 a.m. with the orange vest on at the gas station getting them the breakfast sandwiches. I see them every month.
Yeah.
Them trying to be good too. I ain't gonna lie.
That's the Houston Cougars for you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so Ham, it is a new sheriff in town, and his name is Shams. Adrian Woj just posted Kemba Walker and the Pistons are expected to discuss a contract buyout that will allow him to become a free agent. Walker landed with Detroit as part of a 3-way trade with Charlotte and New York.
Woj, you was on Mel Kiper time, Woj.
Let me go ahead and page right now.
Damn, Woj. Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What happened to you?
What happened
literally, Woj was the man in high school. Like, really.
Facts.
All about Woj, man.
You know what? We still go. We still go run with Woj no matter what.
I rock with both of them though. They both credible.
Yeah, they both credible, man. That's how we got another credible source. So,
hey, you know something? We had this conversation in the group behind the scenes. I said Dalen Terry is a sleeper. Les literally said I don't like him, which prompted Chicago to immediately pick him at 18. It's almost like they don't want Les as a fan. Like, I'm really starting to believe that. Like, I think it's disrespectful to him. He's been loyal. Like,
it's one of those. It's one of those. Like my man. It's like my man Leon Jones says. Shout out to Leon today, his birthday as well. Like Leon said, this is why we can't have nice things. And Leon is a Bulls fan, so it's all related.
Yeah,
that's why we can't have nice things.
So let me ask you this, Les.
He's bad.
Maybe I'm probably asking you this at the wrong time and you're not really in the best frame of mind, but I'm asking. Do they pay Zach LaVine or no?
I mean, they just drafted Dalen Terry to probably give Zach LaVine $500 million. I don't.
I knew I shouldn't have asked that. I should have asked this like.
And it's not the fact that I don't think Dalen Terry is a good basketball player.
Of course.
I just don't want him on my team.
That's it.
It's like this, right? I am sure there are nice young men out there. I'm sure of that. That don't mean they gotta date my daughters. That's the best way I can relate it. Zach LaVine, does he deserve max money? Yes, he does. But does he deserve max money from the Chicago Bulls? No. And this is why I don't think they should pay him. And might sound messed up and people may disagree with me. Zach LaVine isn't a winner. He's a very talented basketball player. Extremely talented. Can shoot it, athletic. I don't see him as a winner. That's it. That's all. Excuse me. Like, I just don't. I don't see him as a winner. I don't think he has that winning pedigree. This is his first time making the playoffs this past year.
Mm.
And a lot of it was DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball when healthy. Like, Lonzo Ball is a winner.
Yeah.
He has winning intangibles. DeMar DeRozan knows he can win. It's just never been all together for him. But Zach LaVine is like, I'm going to get mines. Whether we win 20 games in a season or we win 50 games in a season, I'm going to get mine. That's my only thing with Zach LaVine. It's not that he's not a good player. And I'm just like, if you're the Bulls, what are you looking to do? Are you looking to compete for championships again? Because if I gotta see another tweet from the Chicago Bulls account of on this day in 1992, on this day in 1996, we won. Like, nah, fam. Nah.
Man, so he tired of the nostalgic history, man. He needs some updated
I'm
history.
done with that, man. I didn't even have a driver's license then.
Ah,
I had to get on the train to go to Grant Park for the celebration. Nah, man. Nah, don't pay that man. Do something. Go get Kevin Durant. Because the Nets are in shambles right now. They in shambles right now.
Shambles.
Terrible.
Man.
Yeah. Go get Kevin Durant.
Hey.
Kevin Durant want to who? Kevin Durant and Billy Donovan got a good relationship.
They do.
they actually do.
Let me tell you something. Shambles is an underrated word, by the way.
Look,
Shambles.
I didn't know
as
what
well
word.
as well,
I didn't know
as
what
well
word.
as putrid.
Yeah, I didn't know what word I was going to bring out today, but that just flowed out and sound right.
leave it
I
up
like
to the Bulls to bring Lester out in all of his splendor. Leave it to the Bulls. All y'all have to do is do what's right.
All of my basketball, everything that I know and I work for every single day, it goes out the window when it comes to the Chicago Bulls. It goes out the window. It goes out of the window. It's like, what does he do for a living again? Like, I am fan boy to the Chicago Bulls. No, pause. Like, straight up, I'm fanned out when it comes to the Bulls.
You know what's funny? The way Les feels about Zach LaVine is the way I feel about Vucevic. They got two players that I'm like,
no, he's not a winner. He's not a winner.
Like, what is Vucevic gonna help you with in the playoffs?
I'm sorry. You want to win in this league, you got to get winners in this league.
That's a bar.
That's
simply a bar.
Really, yeah.
tough.
Think about it, and I'm gonna go to the champs.
Oh shit.
Draymond was a winner.
Yep.
Yep.
Clay and Steph, though they came from they had great DNA, they still had to fight to get to where they at. They had something to prove. Because you got to think about it. You're the son of an NBA player.
Mm-hmm.
Klay Thompson, even more, like his dad was the first pick in the draft and was outstanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're steady having to go prove yourself, fight. And I just think the Bulls need more fighters. They need people that embody the city. DeMar DeRozan embodies the city.
Facts.
Zach LaVine don't. Vucevic, like, and I'm not taking them away from their talent, but my ball club, my basketball team, I need you to, like, we got to be grimy. It's Chicago. And you're on the west side.
Zach LaVine is Kevin Martin with all the hops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right, Luda.
Y'all remember Kevin Martin?
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Martin, that sidewinder.
Kevin Martin was gonna get his 20 points,
25.
whether we win 20 games or 60. Kevin Martin averaging 20.
Shout out to Kevin Martin. He was on that last Kings playoff team. Lead scorer.
Sure was.
Damn.
Lead scorer on that last Kings playoff team.
Oh,
And bring back Rick Adelman.
Bring back Rick Adelman. Rick Adelman is a basketball treasure. He just ain't won a championship.
Now that would be a test question. Name 3 players who were on that team that was last in the playoffs.
On the last.
It's not a hard question, but a lot of people will miss it.
Who was it? Was it Ron Artest?
I don't think Ron Artest was on that team.
Ron Artest on that team?
On the Kings playoff team, yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm. Ron Artest.
Fresh off the 83 game suspension.
Bonzi Wells.
Yeah, Bonzi,
because they were bullying Bruce Bowen in Kmart.
Yeah.
So, are we ready to talk about this next pick? That's being traded.
I don't know this dude.
You know what though?
I don't either.
I'm like Barkley right now. Who he play for?
He's another dude. I ain't heard of him till this week, to be honest.
I'm like Barkley right now. Who he play for? Well, straight up.
Shit, we still asking that question because he's getting traded. I still don't know.
Question: Do Boston got picks in this draft?
Let's all right. Jake Laravia. Let's get back right because we got people watching. We got covered. So Jake Laravia went to Wake Forest. That's all I got for you.
This the cat. Okay.
Was Jake Laravia in Cobra Kai?
No.
He sound like he was
Y'all talking about their headband. This ain't got nothing to do with this. He got the Cobra Kai.
Anybody from Wake Forest should have been in that first round. It should have been Alondes Man Williams.
Yeah, that's who I was like.
Yeah, I was about to say, who was that dude that was dunking backwards on everybody?
Right. That's 2 dribbles to the rack dunk.
JUCO product.
This Kevin might can hang out just from these few little clips that seen. Though he probably can hang out with us here in the Bluff.
Alondes Williams.
No looks product. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, no,
I mean, if Killian Tilly can survive, I'm just saying.
Like, I'm literally looking up game film on just seeing what he could do before. I don't want to lie to y'all. So, because I really don't know. He was not on my radar at all. So I'd
like to see Ty Washington get picked right now.
I don't know why he hasn't got picked yet. He's a real
I like to see it's 2 guys. It's a guy that's not being talked about as much. Either is Jabari Walker, son of Samaki Walker.
What number pick are we on? What
we on 20. Was it 19?
No, we're on 19. It was 18.
19. Denver.
No, we're on 20.
We're going 20. It's Spurs up now.
Okay.
I would like to see them. I would like to see them get Jabari Walker.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I think they need more front court help. They got a lot of young.
You know
guard
what?
wings.
That is a pop pick. That's a pop pick.
They gotta do something because y'all can't have my man Keldon
Because you gotta
Johnson
think
playing
about it.
power forward all year.
His dad.
Man, oh my God! Don't
Didn't
get me started.
Samaki play for
It's
the-
Samaki Walker played for
the Spurs.
Popovich.
I would like
Listen.
to see Jabari Walker with the Spurs.
That's
I
why I said that's
just
a
don't
pop.
want Keldon Johnson playing power forward no more.
I'm
I just want to know if
tired.
Samaki gonna show up like Samaki showed up at the '96 draft, looking like he moved them kilos.
With the hat.
Yeah.
That boy was a pimp.
Samaki looked like he was on no. He signed no limit.
All right. So this is quick, and shouts out to Adam Spinella for YouTube. He did most of the work on this. I'm only going to speak what he says because I don't got time right now. So Jake Lariviere, they say his strengths are shooting potential, defensive impact, and offensive impact. They say his improvement areas are lateral quickness, pull-up scoring, and running.
I can help you with the lateral quickness in Memphis and the running because there's a lot of gang activity around here that can help you out with it and get you in the position. Just saying. We got open carry laws around here, man. You get your conditioning going all right.
It's wild west down here, man.
I swear.
But Jay Levy is going to Memphis for real.
That's what the OG Sham's talking about anyway.
Okay. Well, you know what though, Memphis is in an interesting spot because I don't really know what they actually need. Like they are such a deep squad this year.
And I don't know if it's like a personnel need more so if it's just like a growth need.
Yeah. Season. Get hit over your head about another year or two. Then you get to the point where you get that we're not losing mentality. Like, we're going to do whatever it takes. Because a lot of people don't understand what it really takes to win at this level. Like, dudes is practice getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning working on their body. Dudes is willing to say whatever it takes to get in your head. You need all of that balance. You need all of it.
That dude probably end up playing for the Memphis Hustle, man. I'll probably see him at the Landers Center.
I agree. Like
Like
when they say your improvement areas is running and you get picked at 19th, that's tough. Like
his improvement areas was running.
We're gonna drop him off in North Memphis, baby.
Let me say something. I'll say this from a logistical stance. And all jokes aside, but like when they say running, like literally running the floor, which could have a lot to do with your conditioning. Running as far as getting to the spot, like cutting, actual basketball actions, not like okay, you got to run. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, and I'm gonna drop something out there. Like that's one of the first things I look at when I go watch somebody play. I look at how they run.
Yeah, you got to.
I look at how they run. If it's
step out, fluid.
If it's just flat and just hard.
Hey man, who are these made up people, man?
No, he played for Ohio State. Like he went to state visits. I can see why. You go probably play Austin Toros.
Austin Toros, there you go.
Because it's a lot of wing play there. Like, but
it's too early for the Warren Barty part of the draft.
Yeah, we here now. We're here.
Malika?
Malachi.
Yeah, Ohio State. Basically, what happened with this kid is towards the end of the Big Chance season, he started to blossom and bloom and started to win a lot of one-on-one matchups. The athleticism is there. He's young. He was hitting a lot of good mid-range pull-up jump shots, which gives people the notion or the upside that he could be a 3-level scorer in the NBA. And most importantly, he's young. He's only 18 years old. So
okay.
That's where, it goes into like State Vista Academy too.
Listen, we are blessed today that MJ is available because after about pick 13, honestly, all this got fuzzy.
I'm mad that Minnesota picked Jake, and I wasn't ready for that one because when I looked at him, in the prospects, I was like, oh, he going second round. I'm not even going to look at that. I'm upset that he didn't go second round, and now I got to scramble in. So I missed one. So I'm sorry, you guys, I missed one.
I think this dude really. I think he knew he was getting drafted at San Antonio. Look at the color of the man coat. Oh, jeez.
We have reached the stage now where we're talking about the colors of people's coats.
Yes. Oh yeah, this the trolling part now.
No, let me go get some more wine. I need to be on the stuff. Because if we gonna be on that, I'm gonna make y'all end the show. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my job from now up to the end of this is to make y'all end this show.
Don't make it.
Go ahead and re-up.
I got all the water markets.
You got on Wally moccasins, man.
Water moccasins. Got water moccasins and black and gray giant. Oh man.
Oh my goodness, man.
St. Vincent St. Mary. That's what high school he went to. Same as LeBron James.
LeBron James.
They say he won Mr. Basketball over there too.
Okay.
Okay, you might be a real one. Okay.
And he stayed home. He stayed home.
Right.
That makes sense. It all makes sense.
So now we on pick 21.
Yep. Pick 21. I hope he paying out, man. I hope he paying out. I mean, hey, you're a Spur. Malachi Brandon. First 22 games, 10 points. Last 10 games, 20 points. Field goal percentage 45, 57. Yeah, he kind of blossomed. He kind of blossomed up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I remember him now. I remember seeing him now.
He had that Tyrus Thomas outburst at the end.
Man, what?
Right.
Shout out Tyrus Thomas, wherever he's at.
Don't shout out Tyrus Thomas.
So I got good news for y'all. I was able to find more wine, so that's good news.
Oh God.
So I got bad news for everybody else. I was able to find more wine, so it's hell from this point on. Like,
in the road,
they're gonna start calling you Cooper's Hawkins.
Man, hey, in the roads of Road Warrior Hope. Good for us.
Shout out to the chocolate wine from Cooper's Hawk. It's like a dessert wine. It keeps me from eating calories. So now I'm drinking them and getting a buzz for it. Like, who thought to make a dessert wine this good? Like, shout out to y'all. It's like 13% alcohol. Very tasty. Mm-hmm. So with that, we still on Malarkey. Malarkey. We still on Malarkey.
Mike Malarkey.
I'm fucking around. Okay, so now.
Okay.
What do y'all think about this one? Christian Braun. What do y'all think about this guy?
I think Denver was not a very good three-point shooting team last year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Christian Braun is anywhere near Michael Porter Jr., but you need to find shooters around Jokic. So the pick itself, I can dig.
I personally don't even see Christian Braun as a shooter. He was more along the lines of doing a lot of the little things. He was a good defender, and he was a sneaky athlete. Hopefully, they're looking at his shooting potential. I mean, I think he could probably hit quarter threes if you put him there. But this is another dude he's gonna be playing for Valhalla City.
I like him because if you look at their team, Will Barton is what he is. Michael Porter Jr., we just don't know.
It's all to me. Murray is the key.
Murray, we don't know. So he can do a couple things for them.
Murray is the key. Murray is the key. He set out the whole year, right? The whole year.
Yeah.
Whole year. So he should be back here.
The back end of the previous year.
Maybe he could get 10 points off a cut for Jokic. Like, at this point, I probably could get 6 points cutting off Jokic.
Oh, well, Jokic gonna find you.
Yeah, he gonna find it, but I don't know what's the pecking order for Denver, man. I mean, they're stuck in a situation in which they have a really good team, but it's just not good enough for what they want to do. But there is no moves out there to be made to get them there. They're stuck.
They're in the same spot they were when Golden State beat them in 2013. They had a really good team that just wasn't quite it. And Curry and them clipped them and kind of started the rise of Golden State.
And then fast forward 9 years later, they got clipped by Golden State again.
Got clipped by them again.
So ain't really much you could do with those teams like that, though, because it's like you don't blow it up because Joker's going to be looking like, what the hell?
Right.
But you also, it's hard to, attract free agents or the guys that is going to, move the needle because, if I'm going to go to Denver, I might as well go to other said places that are better opportunities for my personal career and also better opportunities to win.
That boy that man coming out the crowd like Giannis. Like.
One thing I like about Christian Braun, though, he ain't got a question his toughness.
He's a dog. He's a dog.
Yeah, he competed. He's a competitor.
And I purposely said he's a dog because I know y'all don't like that word. So
I ain't saying
it applies to him.
He tough. He just tough. He's a tough guy. He gonna play.
Yeah.
He's gonna play.
No,
he ain't scared.
And also too, all seriousness, let's also talk about a lot of other roles that may not be glorified in the NBA, but they're needed as well. He'll be great for the scout team. He could be able to.
He gonna push somebody.
Yeah, he could be able to push your superstar and to possibly push Jamal Murray to get back in shape by pressuring him full court. Being a mimic to a certain piece on the team, and he could pretty much shadow him so you can prepare your team like that. Those pieces matter, and he has the energy to do it and the will to do it. So he could be one of those guys.
Who are the next 3 picks? Like what number, what team?
I got you.
Up next for 22. Philly after that. I don't know who else.
So Philadelphia, we can talk about them now. In a similar, not for different circumstances. Are they married? Have they, for lack of a better word, committed themselves to James Harden?
It sounds like it because I'm seeing rumors that they try to get PJ, they try to get Eric Gordon, they try to make it Houston Northeast up in Philly.
PJ and Eric Gordon.
Young boy.
One thing about Philly and just the Eastern Conference, you can't help but be a little bit encouraged by seeing what Boston did. Because if you really look at what Boston did, obviously it's easier said than done. But, for an NBA team, if I'm a coaching staff, I could go to my team, certain teams, and be like, hey, these dudes did it with team defense, working hard, making over, and letting their 2 guys do what they do best. We have those 2 guys that we can let do that. We got guys that can make shots, and we got guys that can defend. We just got to work harder. So that's a message that I will give as a coach. Does that mean it's going to work? No. But that's a message that you could give. Boston could definitely be one of them stories in which it could elevate a couple of the Eastern teams if they use it correctly. Because I don't know if Boston's going to make it back next year. I think they're going to be back soon. But I don't know if they're going to make it back next year. I really don't. I don't want to say they will. I don't know.
Walker Kessler is going to go to Memphis, but now he's going to end up in Minnesota.
And Minnesota got the 22nd and the 29th pick, right?
I know Memphis had 29.
No.
I don't know if they came.
I think they're taking Minnesota got the 22nd and the 29th pick.
I watched Loyola play Auburn in the at the beginning of the season, and I watched Walker Kessler, and I was talking to a friend of mine, their coaches, and I said, Walker Kessler, first round pick. And he was like, you think so? I said, oh yeah, definitely. He played defense, he moved, he got, he's long, he's athletic, like Walker Kessler.
He's a footer. You can't teach that.
Walker Kessler
I
for
thought he was
Minnesota. He's a good pick for Minnesota because now you can kind of stop the whole myth about Cat playing interior defense.
Right.
So
now you can sneak Cat. You can sneak Cat on some 4 spot.
Yeah.
And then have him off the ball, and then he can play weak side.
Not even that, but also when Cat goes to the bench, Naz Reid is not really a rim protector either. So you can play him with Naz Reid as well. Naz Reid can stretch the floor with a shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to shit on the man, but I'm just thinking Jeff Whitty. The whole time I'm watching.
It could very well be another. It could very well be another G League thing. That's the thing. Like after we got past like the 7th pick, everything else I'm looking at, I'm like, oh, this could easily be G League. Shoot, a couple of picks with the top 7 could be G League.
Naz Reid reminds me of the time me, MJ, and our man Garrett went to the Bar Louie to watch the draft.
Oh yeah, I remember
that. So me and MJ and Garrett watching the draft, like legitimately watching the draft. We ain't there for no BS. We just did chilling. And a group of women who are clearly choosing sit next to us and start cheering really hard when Naz Reid got drafted. Like, come on. We know y'all didn't watch no college ball. Y'all don't know shit about Naz Reid. You just there.
Do they even know where LSU is in?
This really happened, y'all.
This happened. This is not me making up. This is a Zach story.
We're not putting extra on it or making us feel like we players.
This is not me putting no extra sauce on the story.
I'm married. I'm a coach. I'm not a player. So this is not that. But by the same token, it was one of them situations in which it was just like a neon bright light yelling, "Give me attention." And I'm like, I'm just trying to enjoy my flighter.
Listen, in the words of the great Terrence Howard, come on, skinny man.
I was like, nope, ain't going. Nope, and nope. I think I went home after that. I'm like, nah, I ain't.
I think we all went home after that. Like, yo, we out.
Too much, man. Too much. No better, man.
Come on.
Damn,
I would have stuck around to saw if you were gonna get another reaction like this. Just for the sport.
It was so
but you're a player though. You still played it for the sport. You're a player.
Naz Reid got.
I feel y'all on the
wild reaction.
Let's clap.
No.
Naz Reid got a great reaction. Like he was like, it's Naz Reid though.
He got the direct opposite reaction that Ronaldo Bachman got back in 2006 when the Knicks drafted.
Where the hell is Ronaldo?
No, it wasn't. Hold on. Correction, because we gotta get the story correct. It wasn't Naz Reid. It was UNC Nasir. Who was that dude?
Nasir Little.
Oh, Nasir Little.
He the one.
You was Nasir Little. You right.
So I want to make sure we get our facts.
Ain't he in Minnesota?
Nasir Little.
No, he's at Portland.
He's in Portland. Naz Reid in Minnesota, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Naz Reid.
Oh, we got him.
I knew. And Naz Jones still in Queensbridge.
Hey, man.
Whoa. Let's talk about these trades that just happened. There's a lot of shit going on right now. Memphis moving and shaking. So y'all got Danny Green in the trade. Y'all do know that like his check engine light been on.
I'm not happy with losing D'Anthony Melton. No.
Yeah. I think that was probably not the best move.
Oh, Melton's at Philly?
Yeah.
Back to Philly.
Okay, hold on. Let MJ read the trade.
No, I mean, I'm looking at the comment section. They helping me out. So, comment section says Danny Green is going to Memphis. DeAndre Melton is going to Philly.
Danny Green will get bought out.
Yeah, he's gonna get bought out. Man, older than me.
And he gonna go to the Lakers.
Again.
Got a point. Yeah, you got a point there.
He gonna go to the Lakers.
They go buy Danny Green out for a half a case of 2G cookies. Not the 7, 2.
Hey, 2G.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him in the mouth with the 2G.
Danny Green finna get the Andre Iguodala treatment.
Okay, I'm gonna say is Memphis, unless you're doing some, if there's another move, cool, but I don't like that either.
Yeah, so Minnesota, already got Walker Kessler and sending him to Memphis. Now Danny Green and the number 23 pick is going to Memphis. So Memphis technically got the 22nd and the 23rd pick, and I would say a questionable draft. So we'll see what happens.
So we get that pick.
I get it, but I don't know. I really don't know. Like the people that are available. First off, let's see who's the best available right now. Let's talk about that.
Ty Washington.
Yes.
Ray Walker.
Jaden Hardy is still
Jaden
there.
Hardy. Mike Foster.
What's your man's at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee?
Patrick Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Baldwin's there.
I want to see Patrick Baldwin go to Golden State.
He gonna go. Right now they got Max Christie going to Golden State. I don't know if they need another wing. So
I want to see Patrick Baldwin go to Golden State.
That'd be funny.
Max Christie. I forgot about Max Christie.
I think I think the second round, you're gonna see some guys that are gonna get picked that are going to have that Jalen Brunson effect.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know what I was thinking when we was talking about Houston earlier? I was thinking Houston should go after Jalen Brunson.
Yeah. They need somebody to hold that ship down.
Oh, Marjon Beauchamp. Oh.
Milwaukee.
Oh.
I don't know if they're going to use them. They should use them. That's a good pick.
Les, tell us about Marlon, about Beauchamp.
Me or Myron?
You
got it.
I've actually got to see him play live in high school. Like he's from Washington State. He's a prolific scorer. Like a real deal. He's the wing. He's the wing size. Little known fact about him. Like he has to defend though. A little known fact about him. He actually, his senior year of high school, he was going to just train for the draft for the upcoming. He was going to train and for 2 years and go try to play professionally. It didn't happen. So he ended up going to a junior college in Washington and putting up ridiculous numbers. Last season. Like he had multiple 50-point games, just was really he on display. He was getting sought out by every JUCO in the country this last year in the summer of 21 because he was leaving there. And there was a lot of talk where he gonna go here, this JUCO. Like this dude literally didn't play against like the highest at a higher level competition. So people was like, oh, well, he's gonna try to go to the G League and get tried with the G League. And a lot of people was like, nah, he's not. So whatever he did from the time that season ended to until he was able to sign with that G League in like August or whatever with the Ignite, like he put in the work. And in the G League this year with the Ignite, he was really good. He's the prototypical wing.
Yes.
He can shoot. The boy, he can go. Like I remember watching him in high school. I thought he was one and done. But he's actually gotten better year after year. And he just and he fits the bill of like school isn't for everybody. School isn't for everybody. Like, and he's okay with that. Yeah, no, that kid. Yeah, Beauchamp's a bad dude.
I actually had Beauchamp in front of Malachi Brown. I had him in front of him.
Oh man,
yeah,
he cutting up.
Oh,
He
man,
cutting up too.
We're calling that man Malachi, man.
Yeah, Malachi.
Oh, he got
Hey,
a
look,
Jordan.
man,
He got a
it's
Jordan mean
shit that's
face
up a
going
simple name.
on.
That's up a
Happy
complicated.
for the kid.
No, but in all seriousness, though, Beauchamp is a player. He actually has an NBA physique that's ready as well. And what you got to look at from a Milwaukee standpoint, you guys got exposed because the reason why Boston handled you guys was not just because they were better.
Another wing scorer.
As soon as Chris Middleton went down, y'all were fucked.
Yep.
Beauchamp's the real deal.
As soon as All City 1977 one day, it was over.
All City went down. That was it.
The funny thing about it is, I actually seen the first time I seen him was the first time I seen Paolo in the same tournament. And Paolo was playing 17s as a 15-year-old.
That makes sense though, because he was
like 15-year-old on a team with 4 other dudes that are all playing or played at the high major level. So one being the kid, Jaden McDaniels.
I remember him.
Yeah. So I seen those guys actually the same time as.
It's some hoopers in Washington.
Yeah,
they stay grooming them joints out there, man. They stay grooming them, man.
They got hoopers.
The hell should do out there is raining all the goddamn time. Might as well rain threes. Shit.
They said it all started out with Doug Christie, right? Doug Christie.
Yeah. Doug Christie.
Rainier Beach.
Isaiah Thomas, Marvin Williams, Spencer Hall,
Jamal keeping that thing up right now. So
we're gonna talk about Doug Christie always doing this, even when he gets something back.
Jason Terry.
I heard you, MJ.
MJ, you what?
Tell him what he did. Tell him what he did.
I have PTSD with Sacramento Kings 2022, all of them. I got PSD because I really wanted the Lakers to lose that series. And when that motherfucker shot that three and it went over the rim and hit the side or back.
Oh, God.
I saw Fooley 20 seconds later, the camera was on. I saw this Fooley do this. I'm like, this is not the time to shut your wife out with that slow ass jump. This is not the moment. I'm gonna need you to put your fucking wolf horns or whatever the fuck that is down. Put that shit down.
Hey, you know what, MJ? That's a real good question. Because we got to sprinkle in our little quick.
Do it when you do something good. Don't do it when you do something bad. Like Kobe beat his shit one time out of bounds. Like stop doing that shit when you get embarrassed.
So I know Travis Spurs fan, Han, you a Grizzly fan. So take your fandom out of it.
Mm-hmm.
What was the most disappointing playoff ending that didn't involve your team?
Ooh.
So MJ says 2002 King was a bad one for him.
Ooh.
I wanted Bibby to win.
I may when Bean said fuck it in 2008. When Kobe Bryant head to hell with it. I think I had to go with that one.
Was that versus the Suns when he stopped shooting?
No.
That's 4-9.
Yeah. I think that one is the one he did it in Boston. He did it in Boston.
Game 6.
Game 6 in Boston. That's the one I'm really on right there. Game 6 in Boston. You redeem yourself in 10, but that one right there, that wasn't it. That was not it. Because he really didn't know he was going to get back there until they made the trades.
Man, George Karl, man, 94. Up 2-0 on Denver, then lose the next 3.
That's tough.
Lost to the best of 5, to the 8 seed. They're the first 1 seed to drop to the 8. I could have picked on a few of those, the Spurs, but I didn't want to because Trav my guy. But I could have just put the first lady on Trav. I see first lady back in the cut. She's gonna tell Trav just shut the hell up. So
you know what? Now, I mean, I talk about my team. I don't give a damn. Now, when we were 2-0 against Oklahoma City and we got walked down,
Yeah, but they had a different set of young killers.
it's still you up 2-0, man. You got
Yeah,
to
you
get
still
those.
up 2-0.
You got to get those.
And no, Serge
You up
Ibaka.
2-0. You up
Hey,
2-0,
Serge
that's fair.
Ibaka heisted the whole NBA when he went 13 for 13. There's no way in hell Popovich could prepare for Serge Ibaka to go 13 for 13, and them
It's
motherfuckers
just-
weren't even touching rim.
I mean, we got walked down. I mean, it's but when Kobe did that, he did when he quit. He freaking quit. I ain't never seen nobody like that quit. Like,
The Knicks get picked up 3 first-round picks for next year.
Yeah, that's dope. That was from the Ding trade. That's why
Yeah.
that's why I said
Okay.
they actually made a nice move there because Washington, at the very least, Washington ain't making the playoffs.
Yeah.
At the very
Yeah,
No.
Denver, Detroit,
No, I'm
Washington. Yeah.
So
I
I'm sorry, though. Detroit
So
might
now-
not make the playoffs either. I think they still a year away. They may
So
not
Right.
make
So the Knicks with 3 first-round picks,
4.
if you want to,
4 because they go get a first round pick. They damn self. They got 4.
you can make a
Yeah.
call to Brooklyn. You can make a call to Washington.
That's why they did it. No, this is a good chess move.
Which combo you looking at with Brooklyn and Washington?
Kyrie
Katie
or
and
B.
Brad? Oh, Brad and Kai.
If you
I mean, you don't sell tickets in the garden anyway. You might as well improve your atmosphere.
yeah.
Hey, you bring Kyrie to that team, RJ Barrett's, development level is going to completely come to a halt.
he can
Just
leave.
know that.
He can go.
No, he could go, but what you see at that point is what you're going to get. It ain't going to be no more upside or none of that because Kyrie killing all that shit.
He can go. He can go to Orlando where Daddy was at.
Now, this pick I like for Houston.
This is an interesting pick. I didn't
It's solid
expect
guard.
first round either, but I get it. In the NBA right now, if you're going to build a team that's going to win right now, and it looks like Houston is starting to do that, or trying to at least, you need players that's going to do the brunt end of the dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
And he
When-
can buy beer. He old enough to buy beer, so
Yeah.
And he been to a Final Four. He was a key cog in that. I can vouch for Wonder Moore.
Yeah, he lifted weights. He's not scared of anything. He probably can fight.
No,
You need a
probably
couple
can.
to fight. So he's going to be that guy in which he was like, you know what, I don't feel like chasing this 25-point a game score around Wendell. Go ahead and get him. He could definitely be like the Dort role, or it's redundant to say like Draymond Green, because Draymond Green is a different role within his role. But he could be a wing defender in which you need at least one perimeter defender to be able to start looking at your team and saying, okay, we have a chance to be able to make some moves. Even if it's for 15, 20 minutes, he could do that. Now, once again, this is the 26th pick. So he's probably going to play G League.
Mm-hmm.
So as I talk about these guys, just understand that most of these guys at these picks from this point on need to have some G League time. And it's not because they're not good enough to play in the NBA. It's because the NBA is just that damn good to where the pecking order is real.
True that.
So who are 27, 28, our last 4 picks?
I can't wait till the Hunger Games, though.
Wonder Moore be going to Wonder Moore be headed to Dallas.
Okay.
So, hold on, wait a second. Let me look at these teams. So you said 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, right? 27th, actually. So you got Miami, you got Golden State, you got Memphis, and you got them. Well, that's Minnesota, right? Memphis is now Minnesota, right?
Think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can actually see Miami getting Kennedy Chandler. That'll make sense.
Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm.
Kennedy Chandler would make sense for Miami. No knock on Kyle Lowry, but you kind of need just something different, a curveball in your perimeter. You just need a curveball. You need something else. Kyle Lowry is not pushing the break like that no more. He's very heady. He gonna execute in the offense. He gonna get you the best play possible every time. But you got enough young guys in which you probably want somebody who could be able to push a secondary break or get into your offense early. Kennedy Chandler could do that right now. But once again, like I've been saying about the last 20 picks, he probably gonna do some G League time.
They've been tripping on Kennedy Chandler, like his size. Like they have really like
And Ty
small
White.
dude.
size. Him and
NBA
Ty.
wise, he's small.
Hey, nobody under 6'5" has gotten picked yet, except for Jaden Ivey. And Jaden Ivey plays like he's 7 feet.
I think the knock on Ty is can he break somebody down off the dribble? Can he break his man down?
Boy, we was kind of needing that last year.
That's been kind of the knock on him. Because can he break his man down off the dribble? Because you got to think like the guards in this league, everybody can.
Yeah.
Kennedy Chandler is little. He's like a little guy. Like he's a little like.
Yeah, he's a small.
He's little.
Small dog.
He's
Right.
little like for human standards too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
He can play back.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
little for human standards.
I'm just saying. He's just
He can hoop.
he can go, but we looking at an NBA where, hey, Cunningham 6'8", man, and he your lead guard. Like,
True.
I think guys like I think guys like Ty and Kennedy Chandler, if they end up in the second round, it's gonna be the right place for them.
Of course.
It's gonna be the right place for them.
Like I remember, Sharif Cooper last year went second round.
Yeah. Oh, he acted a fool in G League too. He just happened to be behind Trae Young. That's his only problem right now.
You won't see the best out of Sharif Cooper. You'll see the best out of Sharif Cooper in another uniform.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ain't really nothing to do because Trae, that's his spot. Until Trae decides to leave, that's his spot.
Wario.
He letting that thing ride. Well, no matter what, he letting it ride.
He don't give no fuck.
He letting it ride.
It's awfully quiet in this mother.
I mean, but if he don't let it ride, he gonna get traded. So, what did Klay Thompson say to Draymond when he tried to snap on him for taking a bad shot?
That's
Dog,
what I do. I shoot. They pay me to
ball.
shoot. They pay me to shoot.
That was the realest shit I ever heard. Like,
Captain Clay.
you gonna get that better for doing what he paid to do? Hey,
That's just like Jordan Gervin told him on the Basketball Love Story. They ain't pay me to stop no better. Pay me to get buckets.
they paid people to stop me.
Yeah, they pay people to stop me. That's what he said. Yeah.
Hey man, off basketball note, I hate this. I really do. The Ole Miss freaking Rebels made it to the World freaking Series. College Worlds. Oh my freaking.
Yeah, y'all changed their flag and look at what started to happen. Shout out to Lane Kiffin and Mike Leach.
First we got Mississippi State. Now we got Ole Miss. Man, they win this, man. Oh my God.
They both in the World Series?
No, Mississippi State won it last year.
Ole Miss got Oklahoma. They started that one Saturday.
Start that one Saturday. Where I'm talking about this would be the second national title if they win that Mississippi has ever had. Period.
Your state, man. That's your home state, man.
I don't believe. Oh God, they ain't gonna act right.
Shout out Dante Jones and
Hey, man,
Renardo City.
Not Eric Dampier.
Marshall Henderson.
Marshall Henderson.
And to Cisse.
Not Anson Cisse.
Not Ansu Cisse.
Michael
Go
Carter,
back.
Keith
Gotta
White.
go back, man. Gerald Glass. I gotta go back
Gerald
to it, man.
Gerald Glass.
Yes.
Gerald Glass played his games on Raycon
Not
Oh,
Ray.
against Chris Jackson.
Was what ain't one of it's somebody I think he's from Auburn. His brother played for Auburn, but he played for Ole Miss. Also, he was a shooting guard. I can't think his name.
White or black?
Black guy. Wesley. Oh, I can't think his name. I'm a West. His West. It's West.
He played for Auburn and Mississippi.
No. He played for. I think he had a brother that plays for Auburn. Brother or his son, I want to say his son played for Auburn.
Was it Witherspoon?
Not Witherspoon. I'm finna find it. Give me a moment. I'm finna find it to you.
Who you got
All right,
next?
while you're finding it, let me go ahead and just say this. Miami actually picked Nikolai Jovic at 27th. That is a great value pick once again by Miami. Let's see if he can pass the weight.
He want to go to work for 4 hours. He down to go to work for 4 hours a day.
Hey, them overseas dudes, that's all they know anyway. So,
Hey, that's all they know how to do.
yeah.
He's from Serbia 2 hours. Yeah, he's straight.
Yeah, if anything, if they practice for 2 hours, they think something wrong. So you kind of well, go ahead and put him in Miami if anything. So the only thing about it is, once again, he's going to probably do G League time. But it's like, you got Bam Adebayo already. He's not a rim protector. Maybe he comes off the bench. Maybe he replaces Duncan Robinson and they execute the trade that I said that was going to happen 4 months ago. Who knows? So we shall see. But we'll see them in the Summer League, and Miami will be in the Final Four of the Summer League like they always is with a bunch of no-name dudes, and Nikolai Jovic will probably get shut down by Game 3.
And there you have it. There's your Summer League recap by MJ.
Figure out, give him bonus. Why not give him some bonus? See, y'all missed that bar. It's a bonus. Give him some bonus.
Some bonus.
Yeah.
Jason Flanagan. That's what I was thinking about. I said Wes Flanagan.
Jason Flanagan.
Wes
I know
Flanagan.
his wife.
Wes Flanagan.
I'm cool with his wife. His wife grew up. His wife went to Hayward with us.
Hey, who was that one dude from Ole Miss? The little short dude that had all the hops and shot a lot.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of his name though.
Oh God.
He was like 5'8", 5'9". He had wild hops.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name. I almost called him Sharif Cooper, but I'm like, that's the Auburn kid we were just talking about.
Aquil Carr. I'm joking.
Where is Aquil Carr?
One of the best mixtapes. He had one of the best guard mixtapes.
Listen,
Aquil
Carr.
They call him
Aquil Carr and Josh Selby were the mixtape kings, man.
Josh Selby, man. I'm disappointed, man. I was really high on him, man. Really high on Josh.
Did he get Summer League MVP for us?
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Something like that. I think he was the Summer League MVP when he was with the Grizz.
He been playing here. He been playing here for the Hustle though, right?
Who has?
So Golden State picking next. I don't know what
Shelby?
they got.
That's probably a long time ago.
Yeah, I know he was on this roster a minute.
I didn't know he was still cashing checks in America.
No, I mean not now, but I know he was. I know he was on there though.
Yeah.
Josh Selby, a mixtape. He was the mixtape guy. Him and Aquil Carr.
Mm-hmm.
That man Lawrence said 7th Woods. Jason.
Oh my God, that man middle school tape was so fire. That man had a middle school mixtape.
Hey, 7th Woods was serving everybody in 7th.
Hey, 7th Woods' only flaw was he stopped growing after that mixtape.
Yep.
Dude, that man, his dude.
Like he ain't grow another inch after that mixtape.
He was
He made it
6'1" forever.
That man made it to Carolina off that mixtape.
Yeah.
That's how good his mixtape was.
Josh Selby was last in Lithuania.
Okay.
He over there with LaMelo and Chaz. Chaz Johnson.
I got one
Who
for
lied
y'all.
and said he was in Lithuania hooping.
Shout out, Chaz.
Chad said he was in Lithuania.
Where is Malik?
Nah, we not giving that no life. Nah.
Where is Malik? Where's Malik Newman?
He got playing some. Well, he was playing in summer league. He was on Lakers summer league, I think.
I tell you where he should have went.
What?
Yeah. He want to go to Kansas though. We knew where the money resides for him.
We're gonna say that right now. All right. That we reached that part of the show. Like we just go.
What time is it? Check the
We
time.
gonna put out illegal activity.
Yep.
We reached
It's that
part of the
time.
show.
It's that
Hey
time.
man, go to state on the clock, man. Who they get? Man?
Wow, they
Yeah,
got
get that
Patrick
pick
Ball.
in.
The rich get richer.
Oh, gee.
He's gonna be.
Hey. What did I say?
You called that one again. He's gonna be in Santa Clara averaging 27, and then
Listen, he gonna get in that Warrior system for a year, and it's gonna be problems in 2023.
They got another Milwaukee cat up there.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole. Pat. Hey,
They
man.
They got Baldwin, Kuminga,
Whew.
Moody, and Wiseman.
Everybody know Pat Baldwin is like a top 5 talent.
I'm fully aware. That's why
He was rated higher. He was the class of
he
that.
looked just like Jabari Smith, but
He was top of that class. He was top of that class now. They had him rated above Paulo, Chet, and Jabari. And it was a reason why.
McQueen.
Hey, man.
Hey, he do the same shit that Jabari doing. He do, but he actually got a little sauce to it. He's
He more of a
three.
wing. He more of a wing. He like a real guard wing type. I'm telling you, man.
That's hilarious.
I'm telling you. Hey, man. I don't make this stuff up. I don't.
The Warriors got wings and everything at they draft party. Fool.
Man,
Draymond.
they got sauce.
So the thing about it is,
They got protein.
You got Poole, Baldwin, Kuminga,
Moody,
Wiseman.
Are we just ready to just go and say, man, y'all cheating?
Hey, that team right there could beat Sacramento.
They got 3. Hold on, Golden State got 3 Milwaukee cats on that team.
Yeah.
Now, Looney, Poole, Baldwin.
They saying Looney
stay
ain't gonna
with
be there
Midwest.
long though.
Majority.
Yeah, Looney got to go get paid. He got to go get some money. He got to go get some money.
Man, that's
Yeah,
good.
this dude here, man. What is he like 6'7", 6'8"?
Who, Pat Baldwin? No,
How tall?
Sure,
how tall-
6'10", 6'11".
Yeah.
Oh, he one of them.
No,
you
that's
sure
what I'm saying.
out.
You
He's
see
one
these
of
highlights,
them.
He's legitimately 6'11".
He's one of. Oh my god!
That's why it's funny. Rich get richer.
Come on, man.
But this is what happened when you build your team to the point where you can take chances on guys that fail for reasons unknown.
Mhm.
Like, do you really think folks say go let Pat Baldwin mess up
Man,
their
he's one of them.
You got GP Deuce.
You still naming people. That's the funny part.
Dude, these folks.
Wiseman got to show health, man.
Yeah. I mean, but that's another reason why they got him too. Get the bid. You still aiming to name Belize.
They got to get another. They got to get another big though. They got to get another big if they want to, because they got to get another big.
Yeah.
So they got a second round pick for the 51st pick. They probably gonna get that boy from Florida State. That 7-1 dude from Florida State.
Of course, he's from Florida State because Florida State will always have 7-footers that get drafted.
Man, they keep a footer. They keep a footer
Always.
down there.
Footers.
They keep
Knowing Golden State, they gonna get Ron Harper Jr.
Here you go, Les.
Houston.
We should have kept that for ourselves, man. The hell we doing?
Yeah, Ty in Memphis would have looked pretty decent for y'all.
Especially we probably gonna lose our backup guard anyway. We're probably gonna lose.
You already lost
Tyus.
You already lost Belt.
You know what I'm saying? Gonna lose Tyus.
They gonna lose. They might lose Tyus in slow mo.
I like Ty to Houston. I like that. I like Ty.
We are on the last pick.
Denver. Kennedy did not get picked.
Thank y'all who have been in the comments. Thank y'all for rocking with us. I know it's been a long show.
3.5 hours, bro.
It's been 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay Ham for hanging with us all night.
Yeah, I'm
despite
sure,
having
man.
an early shift and his radio debut tomorrow. With not his radio debut, he's official.
I guess we
They
call
have
it
his syndication.
we call it a
They have
return.
his syndication now.
As long as they bring me back every Friday, I'm coming to talk Cash Money without cussing. I don't know how long that's gonna last.
SEC don't bother me.
Hey, just don't be like Martin when he snapped off on that call.
No, when he stepped off on the collar that time, when the collar was going in on Gina.
Or snapped off on the Cowboy.
Stan had the call button right there, ready for action.
Man, we witnessed history today though. Shams took Woe's throne.
Yeah, man. Woe's better break that Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving news first, or it's over, or it's truly over, man.
What he got to do that.
Because Shams got the crown right now.
Duh. I never thought that I would leave Woj's Twitter page on draft night. And here I am on Shams' page.
Shams.
It's still surreal to me.
I'm gonna have to tell these cats, man, if you ain't watched no college basketball, man, you really ain't got much to say about this draft, man, who was picked and why they were picked.
Mm-hmm.
First off,
I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be. I leave it to my man MJ. He do it better than I do.
yeah, first and foremost, y'all need to be watching the Summer League and y'all need to be watching the G League. Start that. Really, the Summer League.
When do the Hunger Games kick off? What, next week?
Yeah, they don't waste no time. Like
I think it's the
week. Like
They
July
got about 2
5th,
leagues.
July 6th.
They got Orlando, Vegas, and who else? They got another league.
Utah, the place that
Utah.
nobody-
I think it's
What is
Utah
it to do?
first and then Vegas.
Vernon Maxwell might be right. What is it to do in Utah?
Summer league. Because that's when I went to Utah. That's all we did was play AAU games and go to summer league.
That's
Yeah,
what the All-Star game is at this year.
Utah?
Yep.
Cool.
Utah and Vegas,
Now Utah.
or just Utah?
So the All-Star game.
far
Oh,
Vegas-
I thought okay.
How far is Vegas from Utah, flight-wise?
Probably about an
Hour or so.
hour.
It's only a 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
Ah,
about an hour.
Okay, that makes sense now. Okay.
Utah Summer League start July 5th.
2 weeks from now.
Okay. Week after next, really.
Mm-hmm.
And then
2 weeks.
Vegas Summer League start July 7th.
Oh, so they going on at the same time. Orlando ain't got a summer league no more. They don't do that in Orlando.
Nah, they moved to Vegas when Orlando. All 32 teams play in Vegas now.
Okay.
So David Roddy So David Roddy is going to Memphis.
Yeah.
Oh, he a real grit and grind type dude.
Yeah, he fit that.
That fits.
So Denver has picked for the last pick of the draft. Denver has picked Peyton Watson.
Pick who?
Peyton Watson. Where that button is, Jason? That how about no button? Where is that? We really couldn't use that right now.
Who he play for?
Nah, I'm not. I refuse to put no work in. Like, I'll take 2 for 30. Of me not going.
How about you?
He averaged 3.3 points a game.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not making this up. He averaged 3
Who is
points.
Peyton?
At one time, just for my man Jeremy Grant, just cause.
How about you? Didn't even start a game. He only averaged 13 minutes a game.
He averaged 3.3 points.
Was he in the G League?
No.
Oh,
Hold
I
on.
didn't even see him on the floor. Like, I saw, obviously Huzang. I saw both of the lefties, and I saw, Tiger Campbell. That's all I saw play. And
he only averaged 13 minutes a game.
3.3 points.
What is his measure? What's his measurable?
6'8", 7 foot wingspan. You know the typical.
He played for UCLA?
Yeah, dude, I've never he's worse than De La Terry in my opinion.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
at this point, Denver, y'all just discriminate. Y'all don't want nobody that's less than 6'8". Just tell us that. Stop
this is
playing
what
with
I'm gonna tell you. Whoever Peyton Watson's agent is should get double the commission.
Pay that man.
Double the commission. If it's 3%, give him 6.
Pay him.
He should get double commission in crypto because he really don't deserve that money. He should lose.
Man, crypto ain't been the best thing to bet on as a lady.
It's gonna turn around.
And on that note, we signing out. Shout out Ham, Coach Les, Trav, MJ, everybody in the comments who hung with us all night. 94 Feet of Life is the Facebook group. Seeing the family. Organic days will continue. I see y'all in the group trying to sneak in them reposts. Don't try it.
Don't try it.
Don't try it. They getting deleted. No. Basketball